Yeah. What's happening with it? What it do? What it do? Y'all already know when you come in the building, smash on that like button and jump in the comments and let me know you in the building. And the new undisputed light weight champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney. Yeah. That boy pitched the shutout. He did exactly what I said he was going to have to do. And just like I said, he went out there and perfected the game plan to a T. What's happening with it? Free smoke in the building. Easy work in the building. Robert Hill, Darius Gillard, Kevin Lyles. What's happening with it? That boy pitched the shutout. Chief Sosa, what's happening with it? Yeah. Devin the Dream Haney. Yeah, y'all seen it? That boy pitched the shutout. Let's talk about it. W right side. You know what I'm saying? He always on the right side. You'll never catch him on the wrong side. Big Joe Jack in the building. What's happening with it? Aladdin Saddam. What's happening with it? A shutout. Kambosos ain't win not nan round. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right side. He jabbed his motherfucking eyeball in the back of his socket the whole night. Mike C, you had to expect a 116 to 112 scorecard because they already had the fix in. Just like I told y'all, I said Devin Haney is going to have to win every second of every round or they were going to rob him. And he went out there and won every second in every round. Right? But that gets you a 116 to 112 scorecard because they was already had a plan to rob you anyway. So they was looking for any little thing that George Kambosos was doing to give him the win. But Devin Haney said, not tonight. Not tonight. You know what I'm saying? Devin, he just showed how smart he is and how mature he is as a fighter. He didn't let Kambosos get him out of his game. You know what I'm saying? He stuck to the game plan and he did what he had to do. He did what he was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? The whole night. Yeah. And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. That boy Kambosos, he ate a motherfucking buffet of jabs. You know what I'm saying? He ate a buffet of jabs. My brother's keeper, what's happening with it? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Devin went out there and did his thing. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, he even said once Bill stepped in on the scene, that gave him way more motivation than he already had. I told y'all. I said, Kambosos in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But Kambosos, he came to fight. He came to fight. But it was just, you know what I'm saying? Devin was just too much for him. The footwork, the jab, the elusiveness, the ring generalship, the boxing IQ to know every time George Kambosos try to get off, you know what I'm saying? You get off on him and wrap him up and make him reset. You know what I'm talking about? Just like Coach say, I got Devin Haney over everybody at 135. Easy work. You know what I'm saying? Big Texas ATX. What's happening with it? Mike C said, yeah, you can see the growth. Yeah, he didn't slip up in the late round. He won every second of every round. And George Kambosos, he tried. You know what I'm saying? Kambosos tried to do everything he could do, but he couldn't do nothing. He was in the ring. with a fighter that was just better than him all around the board. Patrick Wiles, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. What's happening with it? Yeah. Randall Bivens. Yeah, man. Boxing lesson. Jack Ashford said he had it 10-2. I don't know how you gave 2 rounds to Kambosos. Kambosos and Devin was generous, and he said that he gave the last round to Kambosos because he took it off. I ain't even get a last round to Kambosos. Like, real talk, Kambosos ain't winning not a damn round. That was a shutout. And like I said, yeah, that was an easy shutout. And I told y'all, I said, man, Devin Haney is gonna have to go out there. He can't look to knock out Kambosos. He can't worry about a knockout. I said he's gonna have to go out there and he's gonna have to win every second of every round to where the rounds can't be close. I said, because if they competitive rounds, they gonna give it to Kambosos. And he did exactly what he had to do. Perfectly to a T. Yeah, y'all smash the like button. Randall Bivens, he said, how soon I think George Kambosos is gonna activate that rematch clause. He gonna activate it because he ain't get stopped. You feel me? So they talking about late fall. So you know, they talking about late fall. It'll probably be somewhere around, I say December time, November, December time, right? But see, the thing is, it's like, yeah, you ain't get stopped, but you got beat every round. So Devin got to be careful. I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Devin, did y'all think they had a fix in for this fight? Oh, they really gonna have a fix in for next fight. So, you know, if I'm Devin, if I got any way to get out the fight, I'm getting out the fight because I just whooped you 12 rounds. Ain't no need for a rematch. You didn't even make the fight competitive. What we rematching for? I could understand if the fight was competitive, but just like the Mark Kriegel, you know, bitch ass was saying, it was like, ain't no need for a rematch. What is a rematch for? You feel me? Like, what are you going to, if a nigga beat you, you got 12 rounds to show that you can compete with somebody, and you lose all 12 rounds by a wide margin. What is we rematching for? And the man whooped you with a jab. The man went, you know what I'm saying? Devin Haney was on his Devin Haney was on this motherfucking god damn man god damn, I forgot his name. But he jabbed his motherfucking head off. You know what I'm saying? The whole night. He beat him with a jab. James Ortega already in here. You already in here trolling. You already in here trolling. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney was on this motherfucking Larry Holmes shit. Devin Haney was on his Larry Holmes shit. You know what I'm saying? Straight whooped him with a jab. You know what I'm saying? Like Larry Holmes. Coach. Mark Kriegel, and Joe Tessitore, they some straight up bitches. You heard Mark Kriegel after the fight. He tried to discredit Devin Haney. The man tried to discredit Devin Haney, talking about, oh, well, you know, this is the same George Kambosos. He would have never beat Teofimo Lopez if Teo, you know, he went in there and he beat a Teofimo Lopez that had medical issues and everything. So, you know, he was trying to shit on Devin Haney, basically saying that, oh, you know, George Kambosos was never good anyway. and Teofimo Lopez would have never lost to George Kambosos. Bruh, and Tim Bradley, even though I don't like Tim Bradley had to shut that shit down. Like, nah, like you're not gonna discredit this man, you know, and try to act like, oh well, now all of a sudden George Kambosos was some shitting in the first place. And y'all smash the like button. Yeah, Miss Knockout. Miss Knockout. Yeah, just like Miss Knock. I mean not Miss Knockout. Just like Miss the lovely wife of Coach Say, right? She say, smash the like button. Smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? But George Kambosos, he knew he lost the fight. Talking about the fight was close. He thought the fight was close, but you know the better man won. No, the fight wasn't nowhere near close. If the fight was close, your ass would have won the fight. The fight wasn't nowhere near close. That man pitched the shutout. You ain't win not one goddamn round. Money Brown TV said, congratulations to Devin. He knew it was going to happen. Well, you did pick Devin Haney to win, but you said he was going to win. You said he was going to win a close fight, 8-4, 9-5. Matter of fact, you and Knockout both said that, and I said, nah. I said, Devin going to have to pitch damn near a shutout, and I think that he will pitch a shutout. But you know, hey, at the end of the day, we all had Devin winning. At the end of the day, we all had Devin winning. But I just knew that Devin wasn't gonna be able to win no close fight. They wasn't gonna give him no fight the fight if it was 8-4 or 9-5. Y'all already seen the scorecards. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Money, we can run the tape back. Money, you said you had Devin winning 8-4 or 9-5, and I said nah. I said nah. He ain't gonna win no 8-4, 9-5. The receipts is there. Money ain't nothing to argue about. You said he would win, but the receipts is there. All we got to do is run the live back from yesterday. That's what you said. You said he would go. You said you had him winning 8-4 or 9-5, and I said, nah, hell no. I said he was gonna have to win. I said he gonna have to win every second of every round, or they were gonna rob him. And you said you ain't worried about the scorecards. That you got to look at it is they gonna give him a fair. The judges is gonna be fair. I said, man, hell no, the judges ain't gonna be fair in Australia. A 116 and 112 scorecard tell you they wasn't looking to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Right side, I really didn't have George Kambosos winning a round. I really didn't. I really didn't have George Kambosos winning not one round. You know what I'm saying? But if you gonna give him any round, you maybe could give him the 12th round. You maybe could give him the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Because Devin Haney kind of took it off. But to me, honestly, Devin Haney still beat him in the 12th round. But you see, the thing is, right? The thing that I didn't like is Timothy Bradley, like, you know what I'm saying? To be a fucking boxer, Timothy Bradley can't call no fucking fight. Every time George Kambosos threw some shit and landed on the arm, Timothy, oh, big right hand by George Kambosos. And I'm looking at the fight and I'm like, this motherfucker ain't even land the shot. You know what I'm saying? Devin Haney catching these shots on his arm and evading the shots. And every time George Kambosos throw a shot, you know what I'm saying, or hit Devin Haney arm, this motherfucking Tim Bradley screaming to the top of the lawn, talking about great shot by Kambosos. Tim Bradley needs to get the fuck on, man. Like I said, Tim, yeah, he know boxing, but Something wrong with that man's eyes. Coach, I know, Coach, if you want to cook, I'm going to send you the link, Coach. I'm going to send you 1-2 money if you want to cook. Well, I know you've been cooking. I know Money been on all day. Nigga, Money probably want to take his ass to bed. Hold on. Let me hold on real quick. There we go. Yeah. But y'all hit the like button, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tim Bradley, man, he can't call no fight. I don't know if it be that he be having an agenda or he just be get too excited, but it's like, bro, every time Kambosos would throw some shit, and you could clearly see that Devin Haney rolled with the shot, you know what I'm saying, and caught it on his arm or some shit. Tim Bradley hollering to the top of his lung. Oh man, big right, big hand, big shot by Kambosos. I'm like, man, everybody in the arena can see that shot ain't land. But Coach, what's happening with him?
What's happening, bro?
Yeah, who you got at 135, Coach?
I got Devin Haney over everybody at 135. I done tried to tell y'all, it's levels to this shit, boy. It's levels, and he getting better and better. Watch by the time he's 25. Watch then. Shit.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, but and I'm glad you reminded me, Joe Jack. Cool boy Steph, he did his motherfucking thing too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna have to do another show, you know what I'm saying, on tomorrow or Monday and cook on that too. Cause Cool Boy Steph, he could fight. Like I told y'all, it ain't no style that Cool Boy Steph can't fight in. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Ramon came to fight, but Cool Boy Steph in the early rounds, like shit, from the early rounds to the late rounds, he outboxed him. He was elusive. You know what I'm saying? He set traps. He had great timing. He had Daniel Ramon walk into punches. And then in the late rounds, he set and banged with Daniel Ramon. So he beat him in all aspects of the game. So Cool Boy Steph, man, once again, showed that, you know what I'm saying, he's a fucking problem. And he can compete with anybody at any level, right? He is a top elite A+ level fighter. You know what I'm saying? Because he can fight in every style. And he don't and he do it looking, you know what I'm saying? He do it looking hella nice without a mark on his face. Jack Paul says weak decision. I don't know what you talking about, but you know, I don't know what decision you talking about, but you know, on to the next. OZI says handicapped Kambosos fans so quiet, thought it was a spark. Man, it was over 40-some thousand people in there. You could hear a motherfucking pin drop.
Or you could hear a rat piss on cotton up in there.
Right.
Oh shit.
Man.
He looked fucking spectacular, bro. He looked, and I really believe if he wanted to, he just stayed smart. But if he wanted to, I think he could have pressed him out. If that was Roger, if Roger was his trainer, like he'd start telling him, okay, I want you to start walking to him. And he could have beat him up if he wanted to, but he just wanted to win. You know what I'm saying? And he stuck to his game plan and just boxed the shit out of him, bro. That dude had no answers at all. Like he couldn't do nothing. Devin was slick as all shit tonight, bro. He looked good, bro. He looked good. Hello?
My bad. Yeah, I'm here. I was sending putting the link in the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. He looked spectacular.
Yeah,
Strong.
he did, man. His foot,
Strong. His
his footwork was phenomenal. He had a great game plan. Every time George Kambosos would try to get off, you know what I'm saying? He'll wrap him up. You know what I'm saying? He wrap him up, spin him around, and make him reset, and then put that jab right back on his ass.
Yep. He could have stopped him. I think he could have stopped him.
I don't think, like I said, man, that he's a masterclass boxer. He got one of the best jabs in all the boxing by far. So you don't go in there and you don't go in there to try to get to stop it. You do what you great at, and you stick to the game plan. Just
Right.
like I said, I told you, I said Devin Haney is not gonna go in there and stop this guy. I said because he don't need to go in there with trying to stop him on his mind. He needs to go in there right with he needs to go in there knowing that he have to win every second of every round, and that's exactly what he did. And what impressed me is he did it, and he stuck to the game plan, and he didn't try to get out of his character. He didn't try to go for the knockout and do extra shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shows you the high ring IQ that he has. You know what I'm saying? He don't let nobody get in his head. And that's what I wanted to see from Devin Haney. I didn't want to see him go out there and get out his character and try to get the knockout. Ain't no need for it.
Nope.
Man, what's up? What's up, Key? What's up, Coach?
What's happening with it?
Man, I saw from what I saw from Dev tonight, man, it was very impressive. It was the composure that he carried, you know what I'm saying, the calmness, just knowing that he just had the better skill set, and the man went out and, like he said, he jabbed the shit out of him, and one of the more impressive things I thought was there were times where or previously fights before, people always told me, Kambosos got the fastest hands. He get on the inside. He got the better inside game. Uh, Kambosos didn't even let his hands go tonight. He had his hands in his pockets. Why? Because every time he went to throw some, that jab was out there making him reset, making him reset, making him reset. And when he was able to let his hands go, Dev wasn't there. You know what I mean? And
What
it
I
was a
told
masterclass. It was a masterclass of boxing. And I'm shocked that we had people out here putting push-ups on Kambosos. I'm shocked at that.
bruh, I told him, I said, he got all them combinations and shit. I said it before the fight on Keon show. I told you, he gonna try to throw a bunch of punches. Man, Devin ain't gonna be there for that shit, man. I try to tell people that shit. He not gonna be there. He ain't gonna stand there and just swing wild like fucking Teofimo did. He not doing it into where you gonna get counted. Man, that's not how he fight, bro. The dude is a master boxer and he's getting better. That's what's scary. He's getting
That's
better.
Coach, he's 23 years old. We got prospects right now moving up in different divisions that's 25, 26, and we saying they're gonna be champions. This man is undisputed at 23 years old. Come on,
Yeah.
man. The sky's the limit for this brother.
Did y'all see that bullshit ESPN had up there? They had 9 undisputed. They even put Teofimo and Kambosos up there. Bro, that shit made me so mad. I said, look at these
I ain't even catch that shit. I didn't even catch that shit.
clowns, bro.
Wow.
Trying to take
ESPN out there
away.
capping hard, bro. They was out there capping hard.
Man, Mark Kriegel, I don't know if y'all heard Mark Kriegel, like I was saying a minute ago. He tried to discredit Devin Haney. He was like, well, everybody knows that
This is the
that
same
Kambosos
Kambosos.
was never that good anyway. He beat a Teofimo Lopez that was, having real bad medical issues and going through a lot of personal problems. Man, he immediately start trying to discredit Devin Haney, trying to act like George Kambosos wasn't shit. And he was like, well, why you think everybody was jumping at George Kambosos trying to fight him? And Tim Bradley had to tell him, like, nah,
Stop the
you
cap.
ain't gonna do that, bro.
Hey, it's crazy. Mark Kriegel was one of the guys before the fight. He was like, yeah,
Testatory.
this is a 50-50 fight. This is a 50-50 fight. He said that before the fight happened.
Right. and
But
then
that
try to
And all of a sudden now Kambosos is just a D class opponent, which we clearly knew he was a B class opponent, and Devin Haney showed that. He
nah,
showed your ass that the man can't box with the elite boxers, bro.
nah, that was Joe Tessitore said that shit. Who?
no, that was Mark Kriegel that was saying that shit.
Yeah,
No, that was Tessitore.
Was it
Tessitore
Tessitore?
Kriegel said it too. Kriegel said it too. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
specifically Kriegel. He said it too.
yeah. I was Mark Kriegel that was saying that shit.
Tessitore was the one to the right of Tim Bradley. He was to the right of Bradley's right hand side. He was the one stayed and he said, "Nah, Tess, we ain't gonna say nothing. You ain't gonna. We not gonna start that. We not. That's taking credit away from George Kambosos, and trying to take credit away from Devin Haney. And he tried to make excuses for T.O. and all this bullshit.
Yeah, they some bitches, man. They
Man,
some bitches.
right here again is a joke, bro. Bro, they a joke.
Hey, I will give that panel credit for saying this though. All of them were pretty much like, I don't know what we need to see a rematch for, because the
Right.
rematch may be worse, and
Right.
we all know the rematch is probably gonna be worse. So yeah,
My
we don't need to
brother
see
ain't
that shit.
starving.
A rematch for what? Like, you
Oh,
know what I'm talking about? The man lost every round.
My wife said, say her super.
Oh yeah. The queen, the wife of coach in the building. Uh, how you doing? How you doing? She says Kambosos is a defensive boxer. It's hard for him to be on the offensive. She said it's hard for him to be an offensive fighter. He's reactive. Devin took him to school. Yeah, and she know
Facts.
exactly what she talking about. Yeah, because he tried to. You know what I'm saying? He tried to, Queen. He tried to. In the beginning, he tried to throw with Devin. But Devin just kept sticking him with that jab, and he couldn't time Devin like he was doing Teofimo Lopez and like he do everybody else. He couldn't get Devin timing down because Devin was just too smart for him, just too athletic for him, too fast for him, and he was just all around better than him.
And he
And
was
he couldn't get Devin out of his game plan.
yeah, he was
Mm-hmm.
saying levels too. See,
My man John
hey man.
Kramer said Devin won 13-0 like Teofimo Lopez.
I
Right,
can't believe he actually got 4 rounds from 2 judges. I'm like, where?
Stop the
right.
cap, man. That's
Man,
how
but
you know the fix was in. The fix was
y'all,
in from the beginning.
yeah,
That
y'all gotta
man lost
believe that was
every
already gonna
round.
happen. They already was gonna give him 4 rounds off the rip. That's what you know what I'm saying. That shit was gonna happen regardless. What's happening with it? Money.
What's up, Money Brown?
well, yeah, money.
Key, what's going down, bro? What's going down? What's going down?
What's going on with it, money?
Yes, sir. Man,
What was the
man.
scorecards, Key? I still didn't hear what the scorecards was.
It was
One of the
one eight.
scorecards
Go
was
ahead.
like they gave George Kambosos 4 rounds.
It was
Uh,
116. It was 116, 112 on two scorecards, 118, 110 on one scorecard.
Yeah, I gave it like 2 rounds the whole fight.
I ain't
Bro,
That's
give.
like
what two
generous.
rounds you gave him?
I gave him the 12th round,
Yeah,
and I did that
that's
being
being
generous, bro.
generous.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Man,
that's
that
did that
being
man
being
didn't
generous.
generous.
win 1 round, man. He got
Just like,
completely
just like I
washed.
said though, I knew Devin was gonna take off on his ass early, bro. I just knew the dude wasn't gonna have shit for him. I knew Devin wasn't gonna get what he was looking for. Like you can just tell the nervous energy all the way through, bro. You can just tell the nervous energy all the way through. Like I said, even before the fucking fight started, I'm like, why the fuck is his nose so red, bro? Like nigga,
You've
Like,
been sniffing some.
nigga, that you go, yeah, nigga, you want to sniff some of that good ass
Yeah.
Australian nigga? Nigga nose is red. My little sister told me that nigga look like Rudolph the Red Nose.
that was
That nigga nose red than a motherfucker. But man, first off, congratulations to Devin, man. Hell of a performance. Every
Yes,
motherfucker's talking
sir.
about it was boring. That's because you motherfuckers don't appreciate the sweet signs of boxing. That's
that's
what I
They
right.
don't
tell
have a
He
people.
clue
be
about the
real
sport of
good.
Yeah,
boxing.
man. I tell people whenever Devin, when he mentally mature like that and say fuck the crowd and fight his fight, he gonna be tough to beat with anybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be tough to beat with anybody. Once he say like pull a Floyd Mayweather, like, man, I go on television, I don't give a fuck what the crowd say, what nobody say. If you can't force me to sit down and fight your ass, then this what I'm gonna do to your ass. That's the style that Devin can do to discourage everybody and piss motherfuckers off, wanting you to sit down and fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, this fight will mentally mature Devin, son, bro. Him going out there, all the odds been against him and shit like that. I just like people say, I don't know what the fuck you get out of a rematch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't
A
know,
beat
but
down.
it's on the
It might be worse. It might
yeah.
be worse. It might
Yeah,
be worse.
Round
it's on the
13.
contract, yeah. So Do that boy want to get his ass whooped in front of his fans again, or do he
Again.
want to switch that motherfucker over and say,
Did
okay, well
you
let's
see
go to
how
America?
quiet his fans were?
Boy,
By the 6th round, man.
boy, they look like somebody. They look like somebody had rubbed doo doo under their nose.
Yeah. I knew he's gonna silence the crowd, bro. But it's like
They was standing
now,
there like somebody died, man. It was like,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, bro. And that's a soccer crowd, bro. Them motherfuckers get loud. You know them soccer crowds
Oh,
They
get loud
rowdy.
as
They be
fuck.
rowdy as shit.
Hey, them people looking
about
like
Hey, them
God
motherfuckers
damn.
was telling Devin Haney "fuck you" and flicking
Yeah.
him off all type of shit. I
Yeah,
told I
Mm-hmm.
told her that nice shit was gonna change.
that's
yeah.
right. Dev
Whole
got
atmosphere.
Dev got on the fucking. Dev say he getting on the plane 9 o'clock in the morning. He don't give a fuck.
I'm out. Hey, we go.
Yeah, he
We out
gone.
of here,
Fuck
bro.
that.
We out.
Yeah,
We out.
I
But
don't
and you know,
blame him.
but the other thing, man. Once again, going back to Devin's composure, even when Kambosos attempted, and it was funny because in one round, Kambosos attempted to make it rough, right? He kind of threw Devin down, and then you hear the commentators like, "Oh, he need to do we need more of that." But that ain't boxing. That's
That
not
was
boxing at all.
Buster
And
Bradley saying that stupid shit.
bro, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? Like we just watched this man literally. He put on a masterclass boxing and showed you that at the end of the day, great fighters, I'm gonna make you fight my fight, and then if you have a game plan that can combat what I'm trying to do, then I can change. But I don't even have to change from plan A for somebody like George Kambosos. I'm gonna stick to my game plan and beat the shit out of his ass, and that's what we saw. A
like
great performance
like Keon said earlier, bro. He beat his ass with a jab. I kept saying it
with the
even in my
fucking
last
jab.
stream. Man, that jab he couldn't get his head off the line and shit. The jab, bop, bop, just steady bopping
But
his ass. I say, God damn, nigga, could you get your head off the line? The jab
that
just steady
but that
mulling your
shows
ass.
that shows the maturity and growth of Devin Haney because he
Right.
realized that okay, he can't figure out my jab. So I'm gonna use the jab. You know what I'm saying? I'm a
Mm-hmm.
keep him at my range with the jab. I'm gonna beat his ass with this jab, and I'm not gonna try to do no more than what I have to do to basically, you know what I'm saying, win every round. I
Exactly,
swear.
bro.
You
I
know,
know
he
one
didn't
thing.
try to do no more than what he had to do to get the clear victory. Because see, the thing is, if he try to start doing more than what he have to do and make it a competitive fight, even though he still will win, make it a competitive fight.
You would have made some
The
mistakes.
judges that give the judges, you know what I'm saying, the ability to rob him. But
Right.
he kept the fight exactly how he was supposed to keep it, and he won every second of every round.
Yep.
Exactly, bro. Do
Hey
what
man,
you
you
gotta
know
do.
it was interesting because at the end of the day, we were looking for Kambosos to come in, be aggressive, let his hands go, throw in combinations like we've seen him do, and he ended up being like Dale said, I'm gonna handcuff his ass, and he handcuffed the shit out this man. Go look at the amount of punches he threw between like round 3 and round 6. The man threw probably 4 or 5 punches around. You know what I'm saying? Because he was getting tagged and couldn't land shit. He couldn't even let his shit go, bro. Like it was a true masterclass. And man, somebody got to give this man credit, man. Somebody need to start giving this man credit. I've been giving him credit. Coach been giving him credit. Key, you been giving him credit. Money, you've been giving him credit. But I know a couple guys who ain't been giving him credit that he needs and deserves. We need that credit to be given now because we just saw a masterclass for Undisputed, and this brother came out at 23 years old and showed you that he's the cream of the crop, and he gonna rise to the top.
I'm gonna tell you what
Yeah,
else I like.
Put
I
some
like
respect
that
on his
fucking.
name.
I like that nutritionist he got. He looks strong. He put that. He put that. He rehydrated the right way. He looked strong. He didn't get tired. He didn't get no kind of wind. He looked, man. Dev looked good, man. God,
yeah. One thing I did notice, right, is that because George Kambosos is strong, you know what I'm saying? He's a strong little dude. But one thing I noticed is George Kambosos couldn't push Devin Haney back.
no.
Devin Haney was too strong for him on the inside.
Yeah.
Like when they would come close and wrap up, and George Kambosos was trying to use his elbow and push him back, he couldn't move Devin Haney.
You can tell
But
about Devin back, he's more physically stronger than his ass. Devin look way bigger than that nigga.
yeah, and Devin is physically strong. You know what I'm saying? He ain't the biggest puncher, but he's physically strong.
Mm-hmm.
That
Eh,
that that
Hey,
nutrition.
he got enough power that kept Cambosis honest though.
Goddamn right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he don't punch soft, bro. That dude was trying not to get knocked out too. So he,
Exactly, because he could have walked right into a right hand.
yeah, bro. Dev looked great, bro. His feet,
Yeah.
man, he looked spectacular. I was impressed. Even more, you can see the maturity on him now. He's getting more and more mature. And bro, by the time he reaches his prime, shit, that motherfucker gonna be fucking people up. I'm telling you.
Yeah, like
Man,
I said, man, he only 23. So I mean, I mean, yeah, that say like I said a long time ago, and Money might remember me saying this. I said that as far as like the next 6 years, I got Shakur Stevenson as the best fighter in the world out of all the young, out of all the talent coming up. I
mm-hmm.
said, but in the long run, I had Devin might be, what I'm saying, he might surpass all of them in the long run because one thing I know about Devin Haney is he have him and Jerron Booth Ennis, right? They got more discipline than all of them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Even Shakur, because I know little shit about and yeah, Shakur got hella discipline here, gym rat, but Devin Haney and fucking and Jerron Ennis, they got more discipline than all of them. I'm talking about they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't do no extra, not like they on that Mayweather type of shit.
Yep.
And so that in the long run, right, that's gonna matter. So Devin, you know what I'm saying? Devin is he might surpass all of them in the long run. Him and Jerron Booth Ennis.
Hey, I heard y'all saying people talking about trying to discredit George Kambosos. He want this. George Kambosos was the number one. Devin was number two. That was for the Ring magazine shit. So
Hey,
it
VA,
ain't
you
no
gonna have to
discredit.
turn your background off.
Yeah, it ain't. You can't discredit the motherfucker that got 3 scraps and that's the number one motherfucking fighter in the division. I can't discredit that.
Hey man,
I'm
Like I said,
all right.
Devin Haney is the number one lightweight in the world.
Period.
Until
Facts.
somebody can beat him and take that from him, he is the number one lightweight in the world.
Hey, I bet
Facts.
$1,000 Lomachenko
Undisputed.
fight.
Hey, on this speed got all the time. How can you not? How can you
You
not
heard?
be the number one fighter?
I bet you that Lomachenko is gonna fight.
You bet
You
on
said
what, coach?
I
after,
bet y'all Lomachenko ain't gonna fight him. I bet y'all.
after a performance like that, they don't want to match Lomachenko with Dev. They
Lom-
and
Lomachenko will fight Devin Haney.
I bet you
I
he don't get
think
that fight.
They got a rematch clause with
That's
George
the
Kambosos.
reason
So
why he
don't
dropped
mean
that
go happen next.
same shit. He dropped that fucking belt because he know what was gonna happen,
Well, he dropped the belt because it was up on a. They both was up on a top rank, and Bob Earn was making that fight happen with Ted Fimo and fucking
bro.
and that boy. So of course Bob Earn gonna make the in-house fight happen first.
Too big, bro. He too big for Lomachenko is a 130 fighter, bro. He too big and too
Lom-
fast and too long. They
Lomachenko
not
will fight anybody, bro. I'm gonna say Lomachenko won't fight that. I don't
bro.
think
I can't, I
Lomachenko
can't,
afraid to
I
fight
can't, I
nobody.
can't say that
Shit.
Lomachenko won't fight him.
Yeah,
Lomachenko
Loma,
will fight him.
Lomachenko
Boy
ain't
got
afraid to
Oh,
fight
boy,
nobody,
him.
man.
gonna lose though. Lomachenko gonna
Gonna get
lose.
his ass whipped.
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen. All I'm gonna say is, it depends on if what's going on with the rematch. Is he gonna fight him next? No, because is George Kambosos just go, get that rematch clause? I feel like he is. So no, it ain't happening next. So we'll have to wait to see what happens after all that shit happens. So
now I think Devin did take that franchise belt though. Like I told you, I would have took it too. Get that shit to me too.
Hold on, Key. You didn't hear what Bill said. Bill was like,
Then
hold on.
Bill said, "Where the other belt?
Bro.
Where the other WBC
Yeah,
belt? Like, yeah, we want that bitch. We
Yeah,
want it too.
bring all that shit, man. Bring it
Bring
all.
all of it, straight up." And I don't
yo,
blame Bill. We
Bill was
want
trying to
all
throw
of it.
hands after the
I
fight.
want the motherfucking. I want that bitch too. For real.
hey, if y'all offering the ring, fuck it. I'm gonna take that bitch and put that big motherfucker on the plane too. Fuck it. I
For
want
real. I want
everything.
all them bitches because you gonna treat me just like you do the rest of these motherfuckers.
Hold on.
Exactly.
I want the franchise belt.
Hey,
I'm
Key. Hey, Key,
He
you
the
didn't.
super duper champion now.
I'm so
Y'all didn't see Bob Arum. Bob Arum ran up in that motherfucker like he was 50 years old. He didn't look 90 when he was getting in the ring
I
to go.
didn't even see him. I didn't see Bob get in the ring.
Bro, Bob hopped up
hey,
in that motherfucking ring immediately.
I was
hey man,
looking. I was looking for Bob.
with a bag of dicks for. I'm telling you.
Bob
Hell,
got a
Lou the Belly was all in his face
Bob looked
too.
happy. Bob looked
Yeah,
genuinely happy for
Yeah,
Haney too.
because he know that he got him. He got him somebody. He got him one.
I mean, anytime, right? Anytime you got
He got
fighters under,
Shakur
yeah,
Stevenson. Bob Arum got the two best young cats besides Jerron Booth in his. He got Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney.
Hank,
yeah.
Motherfucker,
right.
I'm gonna be jumping for joy too.
I mean, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter. Like he up on a top ranked promotion, so as long as Bob getting money, you think he ain't gonna smile? Shit, who won't smile? Any promoter
Hey,
smile.
I guarantee this. People, and I've been talking to a lot of guys, and people think that Bob ain't on he ain't Team Haney. Bob is definitely Team Haney,
Man,
and
I keep
I,
telling people, man, they need to cut
The
it out with
facts.
that
that
bullshit.
was
I
not
heard you niggas.
knockout.
Wait, hold on. Let me set this shit straight because I said that shit on my live. I heard you niggas talking about, oh, Bob Arum, he got a fix in for Devin Haney and this and that. I mean, that shit was the stupidest shit I heard. Yeah, I'm saying. And whoever feels some type of way about it, you can feel some type of way about it. Because I
if you,
talked about it on my live. I said Bob Arum, right? I said he has Devin Haney. It benefits him for Devin Haney to be
Exactly.
to
undisputed
win,
because at the end of the day, right, then he can set up Devin Haney and Lomachenko.
Right,
And his ultimate goal is to get Lomachenko all them straps if
right.
possible. If Lomachenko can be undisputed at 135, that's what Bob Arum really wants. But if he can't, it's still a win-win situation because he got both of the fighters. So that stupid
Exactly.
shit that you niggas was out there talking about that. Oh, Bob, man,
Hold on.
he got set up.
Who was that I was
He
arguing?
hit Devin Haney.
Who
Well,
was
that's
I
clear.
arguing with when I said that if he lose the belt, Luther Bella gonna get the fucking gonna have the undisputed champion, and Bob is got a 2-fight deal. Of course he gonna want Devin Haney to win. Somebody argued me down. I don't know who it was though.
Man, that's so that I heard a couple people saying that shit. And that shit was fucking ignorant.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
Bob Arum all
why the
about the
fuck
Bob
would
Arum
Bob
all about
Arum
yeah.
sign Devin Haney and
And
have
want
a
him to
fix
lose.
in for him to lose this shit when he
Right.
under, you know what I'm saying, his promotional company now?
Exactly. Nigga, Bob all about the money. Bob don't give a fuck, man. Bob is about the money. Bob ain't giving a fuck about the color. Now, don't get me wrong. That motherfucker will go over and beyond for Lomachenko. I'm not going to sit back and say he won't. But, man, as long as Bob Arum coffin's getting filled up, he won't give a fuck who win. Like, nigga, he been in the game for so long. Y'all think he worried about who the champion is and who the champion ain't? Man, Bob worrying about filling up his motherfucking coffin. As long as Bob Arum benefits, that's all he give a fuck about.
What did I say the other day? What did I tell you? I said that shit. I think that was knockout I was arguing with. I saw it was. I told him. So, but y'all know knockout. He backed out the bet. So
hold on,
he
wait, hey, coach, did you put those push-ups on with knockout? Did you put the push-ups on with him?
backed out the bet. He changed this. He changed.
Nah, hell no. So today, you know what I'm saying, on what was that, Wednesday, Thursday, I bet the push-ups with his ass. The nigga he called in the KC show talking about he changing his pick. I still want my motherfucking push-ups. Hell no. I
He
still want my motherfucking push-ups.
but he did it. He did it before he went on his.
Nope.
He went on.
Nah, hell, you
Yeah.
can't bet me. You can't bet me on some shit and then change your bet
And
with somebody else.
I'm with you,
You
W.
can't do
Right
that.
side.
No,
I'm with
he
you,
did.
W. Right
He
side.
went on. He listen. He went on today, way before the fight this morning, and he said that he was changing his bet. And I talked to him. I called him up. I said, "Bitch, you backing out the bet?" He said, "Yeah, coach, I'm backing out, and I'm gonna have to start calling people and letting them know because they
He ain't called me. He bet 100 push-ups with me, and he gonna hold everybody to their push-ups. I'm holding his ass to his push-ups.
well, he told me he was backing out. So
Right? Well, he can't. You can't back out on no shit you done bet me. How you
Hey,
gonna back out?
what's
he
say W. Right
did
side? I ain't get the
change
memo on that
his
shit, nigga. My bet was still solid.
My bet is all the way 100, bro.
Yeah,
It's
I
all the
ain't
way
get the
100.
memo.
I ain't. Hey, it is what
bet.
it is.
Me and him, I talked to him, and he said, "Yeah, I'm changing. I knew you was gonna call me because I saw the video he put out way before that was this morning." He said, "I knew you was gonna call me." He said, yeah, I'm backing out because I see what George Kambosos didn't make."
Nope.
And then Bill Haney came in town. He said, "Bro, So
Yeah, but see, niggas try to see that shit and try to take ain't none of that. See, coach,
No.
you should have stood on ground, coach. You should have been like, nigga, we locked in. Fuck all that. You ain't no oh now you want to see George Kambosos this nah.
Fuck
We
all
made
of that, bro. You
yeah.
locked in with the bet. You bet me.
Exactly.
You said you told me you put me on your push up plan. That's what he told me. He told me that Dad was gonna lose. I'm gonna put you on my push up plan. No nigga.
Hey, everybody want to get knockout out because he been hit motherfucking lit. He been hit
Yeah.
motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? I
Hey,
want knockout ass do them goddamn push ups too because he been getting me.
Exactly.
hey,
Yeah.
look, I ain't gonna lie, and this the craziest thing. I rock with Knockout on all his shows. The difference is I don't bet with him on a regular basis. When the nigga told me that Kambosos was gonna win, bro, I'm taking the bet. And I tried to push the bet. He was like, I'm only taking 25 push-ups because so many people gonna take these push-ups. At the end of the show, he was like, well, nobody didn't take them, so I'll take 100 push-ups with you. Nigga, I need my push-ups on Cam, bro. I need them on Cam. I'll be on there on Wednesday, nigga. I'll be there Wednesday.
I had bet him push ups too, and he told me because he rethought his pick and he went on his show
Nope.
and he thanked.
Yeah, man.
I think he might have thought that Kambosos could make it close enough for them to rob.
I don't give a damn about none of that.
That's what he said. That's what he said. PA. He said that he thought the fight was gonna be 7-5. Like I said, what, bro? This fight ain't finna be that goddamn close. I said, man, Devin Haney. I said, I think Devin Haney know what he got to do, and he know that he got to damn near pitch a shutout. And he gonna go out there and do it. And he
And
like
that's exactly what he did.
He pitched the shutout. He pitched the
George
shutout.
was gonna come out and win the fucking 2 rounds.
Hey, hold on. When the nigga told me straight up, he was like, "Hey man, Kambosos winning the first 2 rounds easy. He gonna win those first 2 rounds regardless." I was like, "Hold on, bro. You telling me that Kambosos gonna beat Dev those first 2 rounds?" He was like, "You goddamn right."
Knockout head. Y'all on knockout prediction record. Hey, y'all on tonight. Everybody gunning for knockout.
Predict
Bro,
his ass.
you can't come talking that crazy shit and not think we coming for you, bro. Come on now.
Exactly. Predict your ass on that ground. Get pushing up.
That wear the crown. Hey, man.
Hey, the Queen wild, she wilding, man. Hey, now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, this my problem.
817. I hear you. 817.
Hold on, this my problem. I usually see knockout in the chat with KQKC when he calling it. You feel me? I see knockout there. After I might see him over here. I ain't seen knockout, man. I'm looking for that nigga right now, bro. I'm looking for him.
Not knockout. He gonna be on tomorrow morning.
Knockout. I told you, bro. I wasn't taking the bet anymore, bro. I seen that, bro, and
hell no,
after I seen it, bro, after I seen Bill came in town, bro, and I seen that, he didn't make weight, bro. I changed my mind, bro. I mean, bro, bro, your ass on that ground to get the bro and them push ups, and you owe me 25.
Hey, you fucking nigga, you burnt out, nigga. What the fuck?
All that bro shit.
No, hey, money,
Y'all tripping, man.
Bro,
y'all get off the knockout.
Man, salute to Devin Haney, man. Salute to Devin Haney. Devin Haney being a great fighter, a grown ass man, showing niggas that at 23 years old he want to smoke and coming out on top. And man, salute to Devin Haney, man. Much love to this young brother for showing y'all niggas how. Go ahead, my brother. My bad.
Doing what he got to do though. Just like when Floyd says he's walking to the top rank and saying, "Give me this. I don't give a fuck what it is. Give me this because I know where I'm gonna be." You know what I'm saying? He went out there. He said, "Give me this." Even I just read the thing about when people were saying, Andre Ward saying, "Well, belts only collect dust," and this, that, and the third. Devin like, fuck that. I know what I signed up for. I understand the sanctioning body. I understand what the fees is. This is what I want. I asked for it. I ain't gonna make no complaints, but that put him in position, man. That was a hell of a victory. And I like the way that he stuck to his game plan. He didn't get stirred. He didn't try to go out there and please no crowd because you know it wasn't his crowd. Why the fuck I'm trying to please y'all for?
He did what he does. He boxed. And real, my bad, money. I ain't mean to cut you off, but this is the one thing. So many people, man, they giving him hell for taking shots when he went out and tried to be exciting. And then in this fight, for him to show the maturity he showed, for him to come out and box the way he boxed, and what he really did was show me that He the goods, bro. That man is the goods. If he want to box your ass, he can box your ass. And if you bring the fight to him, he can switch the shit up if necessary. But he didn't even have to go to Plan B, bro. Kambosos put his hands in it. Man, we talk about Ugas. We talk about even a Linares or Jojo Diaz, them putting their hands in their pockets. Yeah, why they put their hands in their pockets? Because they fighting elite fighters, and they know that when I start to throw shit, I get caught with shit. And Kambosos wasn't about that life tonight. And if you're not about that life, then hey, the boxer is normally gonna beat you. And
Well, what he showed is that the jab is the best punch in boxing. It's the jab. A lot of people want to shy away from the jab. You know what I'm saying? The jab is it. I've always said that shit. If you got a great jab, you know what I'm saying, you can put other things together to beat anybody. You know what I'm saying? And he showed that. That motherfucking that Larry Holmes jab.
You know who taught him that?
Yeah, Floyd.
Floyd.
Haney had a lot of teachers. Haney's been with Zab.
Yeah.
Haney's been with Roger.
But Floyd is the one that
Haney's been with Roy. Haney's got a lot of teachers, man.
So hold on, go ahead. Let me ask this question. Though. So with all the teachers and all the great fighters we've seen in today's sport, and with all the current fighters we have, what is Devin Haney's jab? What does it rank as far as jabs go in the sport of boxing?
He got to be 1 and 2. He
got a top 2 jab, bro.
It's
definitely not that. It's definitely not that.
Okay,
you can't put Jamal Charlo because Jamal Charlo, he uses his jab, but he'll shy away from his shit and try to start banging on the inside, and he be getting hit with shit. Like he has a good jab, but he don't stick with it like Devin do.
I think Errol Spence got the best jab in the game.
Devin
you got to put Errol Spence, motherfucking Devin Haney. Those like they stick to their shit.
There it is. So we saying that this young brother at 23 years old, he got a top 2 jab in boxing. At 23, he got a top 2 jab in boxing. That's what we saying? Are we saying that?
It's hard to say that, like, who got the best jab. Like, yeah, because people, like, if you go out there, you just stick to the game plan for working everything out the jab. It's a lot of fights that use Cool Boy Steph was using this jab good tonight. You know what I'm saying? So
he looked good tonight. He looked good tonight.
It's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's like if you
top
smart,
5.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put him in the top 5. EJ, Shakur,
fundamentally
sound. Can't be top 5.
It's like it's just being fundamentally sound, bro. Understanding that everything work off the jab, though. But he worked the fuck out that jab, right? Like he said, I kept giving him credit. I'm like, this motherfucker can't get his head off the line. That jab that's still dicking his ass, like just nailing his ass, bro.
But
like,
I've always said that Haney got one of the best jabs in all the boxing. I always said because he do. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker jab is Chris.
Haney has a good jab. But when you guys start talking about it's a best jab in boxing, like it can't be. Like Haney's 5'9" and he's long. And
so who has the best jab? Who got the best jab?
I think Errol Spence got the best jab in boxing.
No. Give me a top 3 jabs in boxing, Key. And I ain't trying to take your shit over, my bad, Key. But just give me a top three jabs in boxing. What y'all got on it?
Shakur,
I like
Jamal,
Charlo.
Yeah,
It depends, bro. He stick his jab in the first 4 or 5 rounds, maybe.
The fucking jab too.
Jamal goes away from his jab. He don't stick to it. You can't say
Jamal
got a better jab than Devin Haney in because he don't stick to it. And now if Jamal was disciplined enough to stick to the jab and work behind it throughout the whole fight,
he might have the best jab.
He might have the best in the game, but he don't.
Because that motherfucker got a strong shotgun jab too. That motherfucker's strong too. Like that motherfucker hit you, he can knock your ass down. Even Jamel stick to the jab, but
he don't use it in different variations like that.
It's hard for me to
but let's see how effective Haney's jab is when he moves up the ranks, up the weight classes. Right? When you fighting a guy who's 5'7",
but we can't.
But you can't.
Bro,
he just beat them one. Right.
No. I'm not moving the goalpost.
You just moved the goalpost. You just said
that did look different when it was at 154.
It's like saying, well, we got to see how Errol Spence's jab goes when he move up to 154. No, you got to give him where he at right now.
Right. Like he
Give
just
them
beat,
the credit where they at.
he just beat the number one fighter at lightweight, bro.
Jafar got a fucking Benavidez got a good
And the
jab.
way and real quick, the way he beat the number one fighter was jabbing. He beat the number one fighter at lightweight by jabbing his ass, bro. Like you tell me a fighter who goes in and just beats niggas ass with the jab. Who does that?
Oh shit!
Listen, I'm not taking nothing away from Haney, man. Kambosos was not the number one fighter at lightweight. That's crazy.
How come he wasn't the number one fighter when he's the unified? The man got 3 scraps. How come he's
Three
the number one
scraps.
fighter, bro?
He was
so this is the problem. This is the problem in boxing.
No. Wait a minute. Hold on. Teofimo Lopez beat the man in Lomachenko. He took the scraps from him. This man, George Kambosos, beat Teofimo, who beat the man. He took the scraps from Teofimo. That makes him the number one fighter at the lightweight division, bro. Devin Haney just beat him. You can't sit up and
Was
say,
that a question?
oh, well, this, that, and the third. Yeah, so he beat the number one fighter to become the number one fighter. That man got undisputed.
Okay, hey, real quick, money. I want to hear this, and I want to ask. So, and money just made a great point. If you beat niggas ass, you know what I'm saying, that makes you that guy. So if you don't think Kambosos is that guy, who is the guy, and how are you looking at this situation?
I'm looking at the situation like this, right? I wouldn't put Kambosos in the top 10, right? So there's a lot of guys.
You wouldn't put him in the top 10.
What you mean you wouldn't put him in the top 10?
Come on, bro.
Hold on. Hold on, real quick. Hey, Key, look, we gonna let the brother cook, and then you can cook his ass, because this shit don't even make sense. Don't even make sense.
Hey, all right, so you have a guy named Jojo Diaz, right? Who I think he's been champion before. He's moved up the weight classes. He's at lightweight right now. He fought Devin Haney. Devin Haney beat him. You have a guy like Linares. He's a 3-time champion. Devin Haney beat him. That makes Devin Haney a top guy. You have Gervonta Tank Davis. He was a champion at 130. He moved up to 135. He beat an ex-champion in Gamboa, even though he's washed, whatever. He beat another guy who was I think Barrios fought at 135 at some point in time. He was a top fighter. He got beat. Tank beat him, right? So there's top fighters who've done something. Kambosos has done nothing, right? If you want to cite Teofimo Lopez, as an accomplishment, then we could also cite Hasim Rahman as a champion. We could when we talk about the heavyweight division, we could talk about how
Stop it, bro.
Bro, stop capping, bro. You capping right now, bro. You capping really hard right now.
Those fights Teofimo Lopez 10 times, he's gonna lose 9 of them.
It doesn't matter if he fought 10 times, bro. It's about
he beat Keo, bro. He beat Keo. Okay, hold on. Let me ask this question then. Since you don't have Kambosos in your top 10 lightweights, do you have Teofimo Lopez in your top 10 lightweights?
Yes. If
Teofimo Lopez. Okay, no. Hold on. Let me finish. Okay, so you say yes. You got Teofimo. Do you have Lomachenko in your top 10 lightweights right now?
Yes.
Okay, so you got Teofimo Lopez. Hold on. You got Teofimo Lopez who beat Lomachenko. You got Lomachenko in there as well, who lost to Teofimo, and then George Kambosos beat Teofimo. So how? So hold on. So with me saying all that, how does George Kambosos, who has three of the four belts that you can unify with, how is this man outside of the top 10 at lightweight with 3 belts? Break it down, bro. Break it down for me.
That's the weirdest shit I've heard in my life.
All right, so no, it's not weird, because and the guy talking has a Georgia Bulldog symbol for his avatar, which is weird, right? Do you get to the BCS?
How is that weird? I'm from Georgia, bro. What you mean? How's that weird? I'm from Georgia.
Let me explain it.
Niggas. Go ahead, brother.
And congratulations to Georgia too, who won the motherfucking national championship this year.
Hey.
Appreciate it. And we got a couple more in us. So go ahead. Go ahead.
How did Georgia get there though? They got there by winning a lot of games against a
lot of. It has to do with boxing, bro. Let's talk about boxing. We're talking about boxing.
No, hold on. Hold on. They got there by beating the top dogs in football, right? They beat the top dogs in football.
Somebody.
So George Kambosos beat
Lee Selby. and
No,
Mickey Bay.
Wait a minute, bro. Wait a minute. Don't say he beat Lee Selby and Mickey Bay. George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez, the unified lightweight #1 fighter in the fucking world, right? So how the fuck does that not solidify him holding 3 scraps at the division for him not to be in the top? You didn't even put him in the top 3. You tell this motherfucker outside. You can't name no fucking 10 fighters at the lightweight division that's better than George Kambosos after this man beat Teofimo Lopez.
I'm glad
Bro,
money.
stop it.
I appreciate that.
Bro,
You guys don't get my point. My point is,
bro, you don't have a point, bro. Your point is trash
money,
bullshit, bro.
Money. Let him get his point up. Let him say what he gonna say. Let him get it off.
No point.
Yeah,
That
brother.
shit ain't a point. That shit is
We still need to hear it, though. We still need to hear it so we understand where he's coming from. Let's just hear it. I want to hear it. I want to hear where he's coming from.
So my point is this. Like, so what I was saying when I was talking about Tank and when I was talking about this is that they have a track record, right? Kambosos does not have a record. If you pop up out of nowhere, anybody can pop up out of nowhere and win one fight in boxing. That's how boxing works. Anybody can win one fight in boxing. You have to have a track record of winning against stiff competition. Even Ryan Garcia has a track record of winning against somewhat decent competition.
Stop the cap. Let's go
Ryan
ahead and
Garcia
stop.
Ryan Garcia got one noticeable fucking name on his fucking resume.
Luke Campbell.
And you can't tell me that Luke Campbell is better than, and respect to Luke Campbell because that's one of my guys over in the UK, gold medalist, right? But if you go take Luke Campbell and give Ryan Garcia credit, you go say George Kambosos don't get credit for beating Teofimo Lopez. Like, come on, bro, you got to stop the bullshit, man.
Hold on. If you're giving me Luke Campbell, we got Teofimo Lopez, we got Lee Selby, and we got Mickey Bay. I think Mickey Bay is on a level of. This is just my opinion. I think Mickey Bay is on a level of Luke Campbell. I think we could have been on the.
Mickey Bay's a former world champion, bro. One hell of a boxer. He ended up losing because he lost sight of track when you had Big Floyd. He tried to listen to Floyd Mayweather and shit and let John Molina crack his motherfucking ass. Mickey Bay won a whole motherfucking fight, but don't get me wrong. When he lost to George Kambosos, right? Mickey was going through a lot of shit, right? But George Kambosos still ended up getting a win. But Mickey Bay is a hell of a fighter, a former world champion. You can't take that away from him.
We're gonna give him credit for that. We want to give him credit for that. My thing is if we're gonna give him credit, if we're saying that, I hear an echo. Somebody got an echo. All right, so if all I'm saying is, and I'm not disagreeing, I think that, we're going to give him credit for that. But at the same time, on the other end of the spectrum, bro, ain't no way we can sit here and say Kambosos is just a scrub. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly, I just don't understand how all of a sudden Kambosos loses to Devin, and now he a scrub, bro. He a scrub. But before
Lee Selby is a former world champion as well.
He's not a bum, a top lightweight. Like, I'm not saying.
50-50 fight by a lot of individuals before the fight happened. Everybody was telling me this is a 50-50 fight. Then all of a sudden, Devin, he goes out and he dominates the shit, and now all of a sudden, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't get this shit. Just give niggas credit for shining like they shine.
Bro, you gotta get credit where credit is due. The man beat the #1 lightweight, bro.
Bro,
hold on, let coach go, bro. Let coach go, bro. You just went. Go ahead, coach.
Reason why he got the belts, bro. He was the #1 guy. What the fuck?
Facts.
He was the
champion. What are you talking about? Oh God.
Hey, coach, that's why you got to dictate the terms, right? You got to dictate all the terms, right?
He was the fucking champion.
You got to fight over in Australia. You got to give me a rematch. I get the majority of the money. I get to keep your daddy ass over there until I say it's time for him to get over here. I get to play Jedi mind games and miss weight. You know what I'm saying? And then come back and make weight. I get to do all this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the #1 fighter and I call the shots.
Well, hey, Money, what you say? Hey, Money, what you say? I miss weight on purpose.
Yeah, I miss weight on purpose. I get to play. Yeah, I play Jedi. It's a deception.
Never want to be undisputed. That's why.
And then I told you that I missed weight because I was deceiving you, and if I didn't tell you, you wouldn't have known that I missed weight on purpose.
Exactly, I was fooling you.
That's going on.
What the nigga say? South Central. What the nigga say? South Central don't take your
Kambosos doesn't give a fuck about being great. That's why he got to dictate the terms. He didn't care about fighting Devin Haney. Devin Haney cared about fighting him and getting those belts. That's why he got to dictate the terms. It's called selling your belts. We saw
Man, he
that with
got to
Charles
dictate
Burke.
the turn because he was the #1 fucking lightweight with 3 titles, and he called the fucking shots. That's it.
Yeah,
The only way you get 10 million, only way you get 10 million for this fight, and you have somebody that we all know is a better fighter than you, that takes a shit deal. The only way you do that is if you're considered the #1 in that division. That's the only way you're able to do that. What are we talking about right now?
The belts mean something. They the belts. That's the
Let,
champ.
let me
Exactly.
say this, right? Let me say this, right? Let me
this is
let me say this.
boxing, bro.
First of all, how are you not to in General Law? I've been seeing, right? General Law keeps saying, no, it's Tank, it's Tank. No, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's your opinion, but Devin
Right.
proved right, he proved that he is. Because the same way that you might say it's Tank or somebody else might say it's Tank, we can say, okay, well, because Tank beat Rolly and Esau,
Exactly. And Tank is my guy. Key, we all know Tank is my guy. And I got Tank beat Devin, but he ain't no motherfucking #1 lightweight.
Yeah,
like,
fuck
you
that.
No, no, no,
can't sit
not
there and
Tank.
tell like that.
That was
Like that's
Devin.
just like said Tank is #1 because he knocked out Rolly and beat Esau Cruz.
Right. Because he got more knockouts. Tank is #1
Like,
because
bro,
he
that
got more
don't mean
knockouts.
shit.
Knockouts
That
don't.
don't mean a motherfucking thing, bro. That's just
Right.
that you like Tank Davis better than you like Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
We're talking about facts. It's about what
Exactly.
you go out there and show.
Exactly, bro. And Devin Haney is the #1 motherfucking lightweight. Man sitting up there with 4 titles and the Ring magazine. He just beat #1.
6
That's #1
battles.
and
That
#2.
nigga got 6
Right?
belts.
#1 and #2, fam. He just beat the #1. That's the Ring magazine involved when you beat when #1 and #2 face each other, bro. So Devin Haney just beat that man for
And
undisputed on all the fucking titles. So how the
and he
fuck is he
did
not
it in
#1?
pitch the shutout.
A
You
That
know
nigga,
what I'm
shutout
saying?
in that
Shout out,
nigga
yeah.
in that nigga hometown in his fucking country, bro.
And see, and I'm gonna go back to the same thing that I be saying about Shakur Stevenson, right? I say that Shakur be beating these guys and he pitching shutouts doing it.
yeah.
That's a different level, right? Now Devin Haney went to this man's home country with all of the odds stacked against him, right? Everything against him, and pitched a motherfucking shutout. And
Yeah.
you don't want to give him credit
Rob
for that?
too. I still thought they was gonna rob him.
And
Dev.
you don't want to give him credit for that? Like, come on, man. We gotta cut this bullshit out.
Hey,
We
so
gotta cut the we hold on. We gotta cut the bullshit out. And this is the
Hey,
only.
hey, hey,
Go ahead.
you gotta cut. You have to cut this live off in your background because you got a lot of feedback because you got it on your background.
Is that me?
No, that's VA.
Okay.
I
Dev.
believe.
Dev.
But no, man. At the end of the day, all we're saying is as far as these titles go and ranking these divisions, we've seen a lot of nonsense as far as individuals moving up on the pound for pound for winning shit that in my opinion, I ain't think that shit was worth too much of anything. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna do that, and we just saw Devin Haney go to somebody else backyard, you feel me? Go across when everybody said, "Oh, he need to leave at this time. If he don't leave here, he ain't gonna be acclimated." The man gets over there. He didn't have his father. He got his father on the last day at the last fucking second. Didn't let even with his father coming over there, didn't let that emotion get to him, and went out and performed like a true champion, made the weight like a true champion. You know what I'm saying? Didn't look dehydrated, wasn't drained, and came out and beat the shit and put on an all-star performance. How can we not say that this man is the #1 lightweight division? I mean, the #1 individual at the lightweight division in the world. He's
Right.
undisputed. Like what the fuck are we like? I just don't
He
understand
proved
how
it. Like I'm
What
he
sitting
proved
what
there
that
Wilder
shit.
what
him.
Wilder say? What Wilder
It,
say, Key? One
he
face, one name,
proved
one
it.
champion. One face,
Right.
one name, one champion.
One face, one name, one champion. He proved it. It
He
don't matter what
proved it.
your opinion is. At the end of the day,
Hey,
who proved it? Who went?
Get that young brother his credit, man. God damn.
You know what I'm saying? It don't matter what you niggas' opinion is. Stop telling me Tank and this and that.
Right,
He went out and he proved it. That's
right,
it.
bro.
That's all.
And he did it easy. He did it easy.
And he
Man,
won
come
every fucking round.
man, come on.
And pitched
We
the shutout.
But anybody you talk to online expected they expected the man to win. But what was the one question? What would the judges say? How is this going to play out in Australia? The man went
Right.
and won so decisively without a
It,
knockdown, without a knockout, which everybody told me he needed, and the man went and won so decisively that even Kambosos came over and was like, the better man won tonight. Man,
That's why I
come
right.
say,
on.
W. Right side. That's why I always say
And
though. We,
blue,
we got we
salute,
got.
salute to blue blood.
Shouts out to
Man,
my brother Blue. That's why I always say
um,
we got to let the fight play out and see if we're gonna have faith in the judge. Like I tell people, it's not Australian judges, bro. They flying judges in from around the world. Of course, people want to say, well, the crowd the crowd could cheer. I told y'all Devin was gonna silence the crowd, and he
And he
silenced
did.
that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
And he
So that's
did.
why I say let's
but
just
money.
when we watch the fight, let's just wait till it play out. We know what we see with our eyes. Now if they come with some bullshit, now I know, kid, I know we seen judges do bullshit. Now if they came with some
They
bullshit,
did
we gonna be
bullshit in
like,
this
Well, they
oh
fight.
yeah,
did.
we
They
know.
gave him 4 rounds.
Oh yeah, see,
It
I ain't
was
see I ain't see
16.
the
It
cards.
was
Yeah, that's what I'm
it
saying. I
was
ain't see.
16.
You
It
know,
was
not be streaming the
116 to
fights.
112 on 2 cards, bro. It was
Yeah, not
116
be
to
streaming the
112 on two
fights and
cards.
shit. Yeah, not be streaming the fights. No, I'll be having the volume down and shit.
Blue blood said, my
But
question is,
I,
why did Kambosos walk right through Haney, pillow fist, no power, having ass?
that's
Cause
because them
they ain't pillow
like
fists. Cause they ain't pillow fists, nigga.
And on top of that is Haney had the perfect game plan. Like I said, he stuck to what he does best.
And what
He boxed him, used his jab, his footwork. Every time that Kambosos started trying to close the distance, he wrapped him up and made him reset.
facts, Key. And I was saying too, I'm like, why the fuck is you trying to sit out here like even though I'm like, why the fuck are you trying to box Devin Haney? You know damn well you're not finna try. And I say that, bro. That's how I know Dev was in his mind, bro. Cause you know how Dev got the Dev moving his head off the line this way, trying to feint your ass and shit. I seen Haney, I mean sorry, not Haney. George Kambosos, he started trying to do that shit. Like go look at him, he go start trying to, motherfucker get the duck in their head, all that stupid ass movement. Like you doing all that shit. Pop, like what Big Floyd say, your head's still right there. Little
Hey,
Floyd trying to do all that
hey,
jittering
money.
shit.
Hey,
Pop.
money. You know what's so
Huh?
funny? It's so
What's
funny.
that, bro?
He tried to start a feint, and
Uh-huh.
even when he wanted to feint and Dev would feint, he'd clinch up so quick he couldn't
For
even get
real,
his
man.
face off like he wanted to.
For
Man,
Um,
real,
it
man.
was a dominated. Devin Haney dominated this performance physically and mentally. The,
but
the
I
the
tell
mental
people,
aspect of it
and,
is so. Go ahead, my bad, Keith. My
and
bad. Go ahead.
now I was gonna say, and I tell people all the time, just like when they get to talking that shit about Shakur, oh, Shakur ain't got no power, ain't no way, man.
see,
All you have to have is respectable power. You
Right.
have to have enough power to make somebody respect you, and
Keep
let
a
that's what
nigga
they have.
blunts.
They don't have knockout power like Tank. Everybody don't have to have knockout power like Tank Davis and Wilder. You don't have to. You just as long as you have enough power so people
That
just gonna fucking walk through your shit like they don't feel nothing. Yeah,
listen.
you gotta have
Let me say,
respectable power. Floyd
if you
had
got if
respectable
you got
power.
decent power, a nigga ain't just gonna run
Yeah,
up on you. He ain't
yeah.
just gonna run
Floyd,
up on you.
it ain't.
Floyd
Exactly.
had respectable power. Everybody would tell you like, yeah, he don't hit the hardest, but he can hit.
And we gotta
You
think
know what
about
I'm
it too,
saying?
Keith. Floyd was in his goddamn fifth weight class too. Ain't the biggest nigga, so of course he
Right.
ain't gonna be cracking like that. But the motherfuckers still ain't walked. I mean, they still ain't just try to walk through his motherfucking ass.
The thing is this, bro. This is what people don't understand because they never been in that ring. It's not about how hard a motherfucker punch. When you don't see the shit, is when it hurt. And every move you make, and a motherfucker is punching you in your face, and it's hurting, and you don't
Back.
see it.
Right. A baby
That's
can
what make
uh,
you hesitate.
tell him, coach.
Because
A baby can punch in your shit and hurt you. Shit.
right, it's not that. It's
Well,
knowing that damn, I got some fast shit and I don't know where it's coming from, coming back at me. Make these moves.
I,
That's where he handcuffed him with the
Yep.
jab
right,
Yep.
because
right.
you get so defensive because every time I fucking try to do something, this motherfucker pop me and I don't see it.
He
Uh,
fucked me. And
Blue
then
blood.
go ahead, my
Hey,
bad.
Blue man. He say we're Antonio Tarver and
That's
Paulie
him and
Malignaggi. See,
Man,
I didn't hear. I didn't hear what Antonio Tarver said, but I heard that bullshit that Paulie Malignaggi said. Paulie Malignaggi, he a bitch and he a prejudiced bitch.
What
Yeah,
he
nah,
say?
You
What he say,
nah,
Keith? What he say, Keith?
hold on, Keith,
Hold on,
real quick.
hold on, Whiteside. I want to hear
Go
what
ahead, go
Paulie
ahead.
said. I want to hear what Paulie said. What he say, Keith?
he was talking
uh
terrible.
He was
Now,
just talking. He was on his podcast talking a whole bunch of shit. You
now,
know, talking about Devin Haney was a paper champion and laughing,
yep.
and he
And
wasn't a real champion and all type of shit.
And the one thing, my bad, Kim, I don't mean to cut you off. This your shit, my bad, bro. But Antonio Tarver, they on the same podcast and shit. And one thing Tarver said was that he felt like that Devin Haney was what's the word? He was, I don't want to say insecure. I can't remember the exact word, but he wasn't confident because of the way he was responding to the rat conversation and to some of the other things Kambosos was saying, and he felt like that Devin Haney wasn't focused enough, and that he was trying to psych himself up, especially saying that he had the WBC belt. Like, man, the shit that they talking about, that shit, especially when they get into the franchise shit, bro, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, it's biased ass. It's so fucking biased. It don't even make sense.
Yeah, I
Well,
see
we
part of
gonna
Big
see how
Taz
their
too.
energy is now. I want to see how all these niggas' energy is now. How all of the naysayers' energy is now. Right? What they gotta say now? That's what I really wanted. What the fuck they gotta say now?
I seen Paulie keep talking that shit about George Floyd too. His little punk ass.
Paulie
But
a prejudiced bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Key,
That's what he is. Huh?
Key, that's the real question though, and I want to. Can I ask it to the panel? Does Devin Haney get the credit he deserves after this win tonight? Does he get the credit he deserves?
And no, they're not gonna give him credit because you know how boxing fans is and the doubters and everybody. They always gonna move the goalposts and say something different. Now it's gonna be that
He
Kambosos
boring.
never this and he wasn't that, right? But before it was, oh man, this is a dangerous fight for Devin and Kambosos. He can do this and he can do. They gonna act like they never said that shit. But I'm gonna say one thing, right? Let me say this: is Kambosos. He can fight. He can fight. Even if you looked at the fight tonight, he can fight and he's dangerous. It's just that Devin was just too much for him. Devin stuck to the game plan, right? He stuck with his jab. His footwork was beautiful. Like he was just a better fighter than Kambosos. But that don't mean that Kambosos can't fight. Kambosos he'll beat a lot of them motherfucking welterweights. A lot of them. Because he
No, he
punches
will. He will.
quick. Hold on. He's quick. He punches with you every time you throw. He got an answer, but he tried that with Devin, but that Devin was just too much for him. So we're not gonna act like that. Kambosos is some shit and he can't fight. Kambosos can fight.
Exactly.
But this was real when if go ahead, coach. My bad.
He's just not on Devin's level. Devin is a fucking master class boxer. Period. That's it. This dude been doing this shit from 7, had the best trainers, the best people around him.
We already got clowns like Fredro in here. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker don't know shit about boxing. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have clowns like him that don't know shit about boxing.
They need to do you like in the Godfather and take you on a boat and shoot you.
I just had to go off on motherfuckers me streaming the fight. Yeah.
That Kambosos is gonna be.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna go for. I had it off on motherfuckers because they talking about, oh, the fight is boring. I say, and that's exactly what Devin's supposed to do. Make the motherfucking fight boring. That's how you know it's a one-sided fight and you die. It don't matter what y'all think. If y'all don't appreciate the sweet signs of boxing, if y'all can't sit y'all ass up there and understand what the motherfucker doing, making the motherfucker miss and not getting hit, that's on y'all, fam. That's on y'all. But what Devin is doing is called motherfucking respect. It's gonna put fear in motherfuckers. And no matter what the fuck y'all talking about, bro. That man went out there and earned that shit. All the scraps, right? At 23 years of age, undisputed,
23.
bro. Undisputed, bro. Yeah, y'all ain't fit it like that, and that's what I say. Mentally maturing,
stop
Devin.
the cap, man.
He mentally maturing, bro, and that's why I say going over there with that crowd, doing the shit he doing with all them odds against him, bro. That's only going to make you grow up, bro. That's mentally maturing. That's what Devin doing. He mentally maturing. Like I say, once that motherfucker get to that stage, fam, to where he not giving a fuck about no crowd, and because that was pretty tunnel vision, bro. Even in the beginning, like look at Dev. He didn't have no jitters. He didn't have shit. He was cussing his ass out.
Comfortable. He was comfortable.
George Kambosos getting that motherfucker. I say, look at this motherfucker nervous as fuck. Dev talking to his ass and some more shit. So yeah, he mentally maturing, bro, and that's what shit really, becomes scary then.
Right,
Hey,
right.
you know, I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
tell
say
you.
this. Right?
Go ahead.
Let me say this. I'm gonna switch it up for a quick second because I gotta say something. I finally I did get to see the Tank Davis and Teal. I mean, in fucking Rolly.
Rolly.
I saw it for a second time tonight, right? So I got to watch it
Man,
for a second time. Let me say,
that was some
hold on.
bullshit.
Hold on. I got to watch it for the second time because when the first time the first time I'm watching it, I wasn't really scoring and I'm because I know somebody gonna get knocked out. So I wasn't really looking at it like that, right? So
Mhm.
this time I watched it. Every round was very, very close, but I had Tank Davis winning pretty much all the rounds except for like one of the rounds. You know what I'm saying? But every round was close. So they could have each round could have went either way. But I saw, you know what I'm saying, what I did,
What
I
time?
saw that
Yeah.
Tank Davis was being very, very poised, and he knew exactly what he was doing. And
Very cautious.
he went to the corner and he told his trainer, right?
It's
He
not.
told
It's not time.
he told Calvin Ford, he said, nah. He said he's still real strong right now. He's still real strong right now. So he knew that Rolly was eventually gonna slow down, he was gonna weaken, or he was gonna walk into some shit. It just what Tank told you. He said the motherfucker walked right into it. I ain't even really have to do nothing. He just walked right into it. And so he knew it was gonna happen. So with that being said, I want to see Gervonta Davis and motherfucking Devin Haney. That shit is a chess match.
Let's do it. And Devin Haney wins that fight. He wins that
I
fight.
mean, that we all got different opinions. I mean,
Right.
I know.
everybody.
I know. I'm
That's
just telling you what I think. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm just telling you what I think.
Until
Boxer,
Joker
but
get to
technically not getting it
135,
though.
It's Devin Knight. It's Devin Knight. Let's not take Devin Knight away from him now.
boy,
But
I
no, I'm not. I don't want to even get into that. But I'm just saying, like, as far as 135, that's the fight that really needs to happen.
I'm gonna
Because
tell
those are the two top guys. Those are the guys that people are looking at as the two top guys, right? Now that
Yeah.
Teofimo, we do still got Vasil Lomachenko, so we can't count out Vasil Lomachenko
you,
because
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck what
Especially what
y'all think.
Bob Arum said.
I
Especially
don't care
what
what
Bob said.
nobody think. Vasil Lomachenko is still a motherfucking problem, but we don't
Man,
know what's going on.
he gets stopped by all these guys,
Hold on,
bro. My
hold
bad.
on.
My
I'm
bad.
not gonna let niggas discredit Vasil Lomachenko like he just some shit. He can
He's,
fight. If you
bro.
know boxing, you know that Vasil Lomachenko can fight. He's still a
Facts.
He can
problem.
fight, bro. He can
Facts.
fight, but this is the problem.
Nah, he can fight.
Go ahead, Key. Go ahead, Key. Go ahead.
Fight. He can fight. Like if
I'm not disagreeing. I'm not saying he can't fight, bro. But
And
he had certain
he has
limitations.
nah
He had certain
Vasily got the
limitations.
skills.
And hold on, real quick. Vasil has certain I mean, he has certain limitations that makes it very easy for some of these
nah,
more skilled guys, bro.
nah,
I disagree.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Go ahead, let him
ain't
go,
nah.
Keith. Let him go, Keith.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. This your shit, Keith.
Well,
Nah,
I'm
go
just
ahead,
saying,
bro.
Johnny Q, you talking about he trash? How is Vasil Lomachenko trash? I
He
can't
not
even.
trash. He not trash.
I can't even say that you know shit about boxing no more. If you telling me that Vasil Lomachenko is trash,
he can
see,
fight.
Lomachenko ain't trash, but this is the problem. This is the problem with Lomachenko. The problem with Lomachenko is that the guys that he's gonna have to face now, when we're talking about a Gervonta Tank Davis, when we're talking about a Shakur Stevenson, when we're talking about a Devin Haney, when we're talking about any of these guys, the problem is these guys know how to fight on the front and the back foot. The problem with Lomachenko is Lomachenko is not a good back foot fighter, and they're gonna press his ass. They're gonna make him fight. You know
it
what I'm saying?
doesn't matter.
True.
He's still a hell of a fighter, and he
Nobody
still
didn't say
can
he
give
wasn't.
problems to
And
anybody.
let
He
me say this,
still can
Keith.
give problems to anybody on any
Facts.
given night. You're just not gonna
Facts.
wash them away like, oh no,
Facts.
he ain't. That
The
see, a
problem,
lot of niggas say that shit just because they got a certain agenda and they don't like it. You know
Now,
what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like my dude, like dude saying, oh, he's trash. Bro, you can't say that you know shit about boxing and then tell me that Vasil Lomachenko is trash. The
uh,
motherfucker can fight. You know what I'm
Fact,
saying? So I
like,
said, I'm not gonna put him on the back burner and act like that he ain't a problem at 135. You know what I'm saying? It's Vasil Lomachenko, Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? All of them need to fight each other. All of
fact.
them.
And I'm gonna say this too, Key. When we look at Lomachenko, bro, mother somebody trash. That's just you just cap, and like Key say, it's an agenda. You sit your ass on other people's shows too much, listen to what they say. Because even if you look at the fight that he lost with Teofimo Lopez, I'm not taking none away from Tio. Tio took what Lomachenko gave him, and Lomachenko, he missed time when he supposed to turn it on, because what he thought was, I got this young kid, he's hot-headed, he's gonna come in, he's gonna punch himself out, trying to knock me the fuck out, and I'm gonna do his ass in the second half of the fight. What Tio did was he was smart. He took what Lomachenko gave him early on, because it wasn't like it was so much action early on in the first 6 rounds. It was just that Tio landed big shots, and he did enough to win the rounds. And then when it heated up, right, he still had his strength there to where, every time, like, and Keith said it too, every time, because Lomachenko was touching his ass, it's just that Tio had enough in him to answer back every time he hit him, and he did that shit. But you still seen a skill set on Lomachenko, to where even though Tio won, Lomachenko touched his ass with everything he threw. And then you got to look at what Lomachenko did after the loss. He came and outskilled them motherfuckers and threw their ass up. That's why I say Lomachenko ain't afraid to fight nobody. He will fight what they put in front of him. And I'm with Key. He still have the skill set to beat Tank, Devin, Tio, Shakur Stevens. Yes, he do have the skill set to beat them boys. How you gonna sit up and say the man don't have the skill set to beat them boys? He do have the skill set to beat them boys. It's just that will he beat him is the question. But Lomachenko have the skill set to beat them boys. That motherfucking fight. That motherfucker have angles. He had little
He don't have the skill set to beat Devin Haney.
Wait a minute,
He don't have the skill set to beat Devin Haney, bro.
Let me finish,
My
bro.
bad. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
The man still he has sneaky little power to work and catch your ass. He got good body shots, bro. So you can't sit up here and say you don't have the skill set to beat them boys, bro. Lomachenko is skilled as fuck. He can go on that motherfucker on any given Saturday and get the W, bro. Just what type of game plan they gonna come with, and do they get discouraged by Lomachenko and the shit that he brings to the table? But like he said, Lomachenko is a real motherfucking player at 135. Don't give a fuck what nobody say, fam.
Loma's a dog in all those fights, man. I was gonna say there's one quick thing in regards to Lomachenko. He's a dog against Devin Haney. He's also a dog against Tank Davis. Tank Davis is a southpaw, and when Lomachenko runs his little footwork trick, he's always leaving out the right side, his right side, the other opponent's left side. You're gonna do that against Tank. Tank's gonna uppercut the guy out the ring. The thing with Devin Haney is Devin Haney has such a great reach advantage over Lomachenko. That's why they wanted Lomachenko. The footwork stuff, it's not going to work with Devin Haney because Devin Haney has good feet too, and he's long, and he knows how to jab. So it's like what right side or whoever that was said. Like Lomachenko has the skills to win any fight, but he's a dog against those two guys, man. Those two guys can beat him. It won't be very, very surprising.
At the end of the day, right? Everybody gonna have their own opinion. All I'm saying is we need to see all of them fight. Y'all can scream
Make the fucking fight, Ricky Williams. Make the fucking fight. My bad, Keith.
Y'all can scream and holler all you want to, talking about, oh, Tank beats him, Devin washes him, such and such. What? Okay, okay. Make the motherfucking fight happen then. That's all I'm saying. Just like Money said, none of them wash Lomachenko like that. He's gonna give all of them problems. It's things that they do that's gonna give him a lot of problems, and it's things that he can do to give them a lot of problems.
Hey, real quick, Keith. Hey, Keith, real quick. So in this situation, Devin Haney beats Lomachenko. Maybe not.
I think Coach was talking. Coach shit was fucking up. But I think
my bad. Go ahead, Coach. My bad. I ain't mean to cut you off, Coach. My bad.
This is the only thing I'm telling you. Does he have a great skill set? Yes, he does. Lomachenko is an excellent fighter. I give him credit for that. This is the problem. He's not a 135-pound fighter. That's what people think. He went up to 135 and he beat guys that he could beat at 135. As soon as he ran into a stronger guy who was just as athletic as him in Teofimo, y'all saw what happened. It's gonna be worse if you get in that ring with Devin Haney, Shakur Stevens, and Tank Davis. Is gonna be worse. I'm telling y'all.
I disagree with that, Coach, because even when you look at the fight with Teofimo, like like look at what Teofimo. Look at the first half of the fight, coach. It ain't like that Teofimo dominated like that. He took what Lomachenko gave to him because Lomachenko he was trying to wait him out. The second half of the fight, they went at it, and you see Lomachenko still touched his ass with everything that he wanted to touch it with. Now credit Teofimo answered back, and he did crack his ass, and I think he hurt him in like the 11th round or so.
11th round.
I give him that, but you still got to look at Lomachenko and say he still had T.O. as he was touching him with a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So with Tank coming up, I do give them credit for what they can do inside the ring. And don't get me wrong, and they even getting better and better. But I'm not just counting out.
And I'm gonna tell you one thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all one thing that gave Lomachenko problems, right? Is going to his body. And Devin Haney don't really go to the body like that. Like tonight, he didn't go to hold on. Tonight he didn't go to. You know what I'm saying? And this is not to discredit Devin Haney. I'm just explaining to y'all what happened. Devin Haney didn't go to the body on Kambosos not one time tonight. You know what I'm saying? He ain't go to Kambosos. And that's what you got to be able to go to the body real well on Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? To stop that lateral movement and all that shit he be doing. That get fighters that go to the body consistently on him, it slows him down. So you got to be able to do that.
But this is the difference. So, and I'm not disagreeing. What I'm saying is this: tonight, when Devin Haney did go to the body, the thing was Devin Haney wasn't worried about the body. The reason, or he wasn't worried about it as much as normal. The reason is because the jab was effective. And so he didn't have to worry about the body shots, but he did go to the body at certain times. If you go look at his other fights, he normally goes to the body pretty consistently, especially against the Linares and the JoJo Diaz. The thing is Lomachenko is that Loma, he's great at is the way he's able to change moves, the way he's able to use footwork. Some of these other fighters. Problem is when we looked at the Tio fight, when Tio fought Lomachenko, the one reason I thought Tio, and I say injury, I ain't worried because in the ring, during the ring, that gave Tio a lot of credit for was every time Lomachenko went pivot off your ass, Tio pivot with him. And Tio has good footwork, but he doesn't have the greatest footwork. And so if Tio can pivot with you, anybody with good footwork is gonna pivot with you, and they might they might put you in situations that you can be touched in, especially when they have a jab better than yours. So with Lomachenko, I think he's a great fighter. I just think that when he comes up against somebody like a Shakur Stevenson, somebody like a Devin Haney, he's going to struggle tremendously because of the length, the range, the footwork, and the IQ that they have. It's all that happens to all fighters.
Bro, he has a great ring IQ.
Exactly.
And he has. Well, hold on. You just acting like it's one-sided because he has things that's gonna make them struggle against him. That's why I'm saying we need to see the fight. It ain't all that. Oh, they have this that's gonna cause a lot of
That's gonna make them struggle.
He have things that gonna cause them to fight too.
What are they? Tell me what they are though. What does Lomachenko do to struggle?
Wait a minute. Let me say. I can tell you what it is. It's the like Keith said. It's the ring IQ. It's the inside game. Like you keep saying, are they lengthy and this, that, and third? That's what call you need a game plan to get in the inside, right? Lomachenko know how to get in the inside good as fuck. Lomachenko know how to get to the body good as fuck. Lomachenko has sneaky power. He can punch with your ass. He can punch with you too, right? So he got good little combination punches where he use angles on your ass. Like they got to be ready to prepare for Lomachenko angles. And when Lomachenko heat up, that motherfucker know how to fight at a pace, bro. So you just you just point out what they do good as if Lomachenko don't do nothing good. Lomachenko has shit that he does well as he does good as well that they're going to have to adjust to and try to negate and take away from his ass. So it ain't just you fit to sit up here and just say, oh, well, it's this, that, and the third. Because when you look at it, I think of George Kambosos. Wait a minute. I think of George Kambosos. I think of fucking who that boy to be Oscar Valdez, right? And I think of fucking who Tank just be a Rolly Romero. Lomachenko turn their ass up as well. You understand what I'm saying? I picked Lomachenko to turn it. So when we're looking at the situation, we just can't sit up here and just because we see what they did and you saying, oh, they can do this and they can do that, as if Lomachenko can't do some of that shit as well. That motherfucker Lomachenko is a southpaw, right? He can switch too. He can fight orthodox a little bit, but his IQ is still high. And he ain't no bitch. He ain't afraid to fight, bro. Lomachenko will fight your ass too. That motherfucker show hard. And like I say, he has sneaky power to where he can hurt your ass, fam. So you just can't take shit away from him. Like that man don't got anger. Like that shit don't stand for nothing,
And
bro.
Picasso,
Go ahead.
Gary Russell did not beat Lomachenko, bro. You need
Hell
to
no.
cut it out with that bullshit. Gary Russell was one of my favorite fighters in all the boxing by far, but he did not beat Lomachenko. Cut
He
it.
did not beat
Hey,
Lomachenko, bro. That's a
what about
fact.
the Puerto Rican fighter?
But this is when we're talking about this, right? So, and once again, money. I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree. There are certain things that Lomachenko will be able to do that makes these other fighters that we're talking about uncomfortable. The problem is when you run it, especially with Lomachenko. Well, he's 33 now, about to be 34. With him fighting these younger fighters, guys who carry better power than him, who carry at least as good footwork as he does. And then for them to have, especially when we look at a Devin Haney, when we look at a Shakur, I'm not gonna put every on
Well, you
Lomachenko.
can say
Hold on,
Tank carry better power.
you can talk.
I
Let me
know.
just finish. Let me just finish.
I know. You can go, but we
You
say
think
carry
you
better
know, but
power.
let me
I
finish.
know
How you
we
know
say
that?
carry better power than
Hey,
him. You're gonna
you
say
just
one man.
keep talking.
You're gonna
I have.
say,
Hold on, bro.
all right. I'm
You
gonna let
keep been talking, bro.
I'm not cutting you
You
off, bro. I'm
talking
giving you
now? You ain't even let
bro.
me finish my
I'm
point, bro.
giving you your time, bro. I'm just saying
You
when you say
giving
carry
me time when you talking. I
when
supposed
you
to be
say
myself. You
okay,
gonna give me
bro. I'm
when you
just
talking, bro.
saying when you say better carry
Go
better
ahead,
power, bro.
bro.
All I'm saying
Go ahead,
is
go
it's
ahead.
only Tank that carry better power when we say carry better power, bro. It ain't like I'm trying to stop you from everything, bro. It's just when you say carry better power, you can get that to Javante Tank Davis, not
You
Devin
ain't
Haney and
even
Shakur
Tank up.
Stevenson, bro.
I ain't brought Tank up in this. I ain't even brought Tank up.
You
I,
said with fighters
you're
that carry better
talking about
power, bro.
something totally different than what I'm talking about.
But bro, we talking about
Go
Tank,
ahead, go ahead, go
Devin.
ahead,
We
go
talking
ahead.
about Tank, Devin, and Shakur. You say they carry better power. So when I say that, you can only get that to Tank. You can't say that Shakur and
I'm not
Devin carry
talking
better
about.
power, bro.
Not talking about. No. See, and that's the problem.
All
You're
right.
not listening to what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Lomachenko. I'm almost.
We talking about Lomachenko facts, bro.
I hadn't brought up. Tank. You know what I'm saying?
Who we talking about Loma fighting though, my brother?
Go ahead, bro.
Tank?
Got it tonight, bro.
No,
You got it.
no. You just
You
saying who
got
we talking about him fighting.
got
Tank,
it.
we talking about
You got it.
Lomachenko fighting Tank, Shakur, and Devin. You said especially fighters
All
that
right.
carry
Hey, let
better
me break it
power.
down.
I say
Let me
you only
get
give it to
a
one
chance to
man,
break it
bro.
down. Let me get a chance to break it down. Let me get a chance to break it down. All right. So this is how I see the Tank and Lomachenko dynamic going. Right. So a lot of, like I said before, a lot of times when you see Lomachenko using his footwork to trick fighters, he's going against conventional orthodox fighters. Tank is a southpaw. Uh, Lomachenko also doesn't have the reach advantage over Tank. You guys could to go and do the research. Tank, and then when in that fight, he's at a power deficit to Tank, the same as with Teo, right? And Tank is a better counterpuncher than Teo. He likes to counter to the body. Like so, you say Lomachenko punches with guys. Tank does too. He likes to counter to the body, and he also likes to counter uppercut, which he can end the fight against anybody who doesn't have a solid chin in one punch. We saw it with Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz has a solid chin. He can stop Lomachenko later on down in the fight. I'm not saying he's gonna. I'm not saying he's gonna beat Lomachenko by a knockout, but it's something that Lomachenko has to have a lot of respect for. The thing with Shakur Stevenson, he's also a southpaw. He doesn't have that punching power, but he's long. He knows how to box long. It's important to be to state that. Like, so not only is he tall, but he knows how to box tall. So the same thing, the same dynamic, all that footwork stuff that they try to do to trick orthodox fighters is not going to work with Shakur because he's not orthodox. He's a southpaw, and then he has reflexes. He has better reflexes than Lomachenko. A lot of people think Lomachenko has this great defense. His defense is okay because his feet are really, really good. But Lomachenko gets hit in the face a lot. His head movement is not great. You know what I mean? So with Devin Haney, his best shot is against Devin Haney. But Devin Haney, this past fight, Devin Haney's mental game is really good, proven because if we look back in Devin Haney's fights, we've seen him shut guys out for 6-7 rounds and go back and bang with him for the last half of the fight for whatever reason. And he's banging with guys whose only hope to beat him is by banging with him. You know what I mean? This fight was his best performance by far in his whole entire career, where he shuts a guy out. Devin didn't have to do anything more than jab and throw a right hand every now and again. That's all he did. That's all he's supposed to do in boxing, right? So if he does that against Lomachenko, I think he should be fighting. It'll actually look very similar to what it looked like tonight. He's so long and he has such good feet. He doesn't have to play a lot of games. Just
I
jab,
totally disagree
and
with
when
that, bro.
Lomachenko darts in,
It'll be worse. It'll be worse. It'll be worse
I totally
because
disagree with that one.
Lomachenko isn't nearly as aggressive as Kambosos wants to be.
Bro, Lomachenko is a way motherfucking better
W
fighter
right
than
side,
George
you
Kambosos,
now
bro.
you funny.
Bro,
You
y'all
talk
gonna sit
about
up
the
here,
Devin Haney and whoop Lomachenko. Man,
yeah, y'all
y'all
just over
don't
exaggerate now,
I
man.
said it'd be
Yeah,
similar. I said it'd be a similar
it
dynamic.
yeah,
wouldn't be similar.
yeah,
That
like
it'll be a tough fight for Devin Haney.
And that's
I
how
Lomachenko,
don't know
boxing
how
should
bad
hold
be.
on.
Lomachenko is, bro.
He's gonna
Lomachenko footwork, the
Lomachenko
shit that he does,
easily.
the shit that he does, he gets in on the inside. He's pinpoint accurate. He throws punches. He throws punches from all different angles. You know what I'm saying?
Against who?
Let's not
Against
sit
who?
here and act,
Against who?
let's not sit here and act like that Devin Haney
Against who?
and all of them watch Lomachenko. They
Yeah,
don't.
bro. Y'all just sit up here and just make
Break
that
that down.
y'all just make Lomachenko look like a
He's in on
bitch, bro. To
who
be
though?
real with you.
They
Y'all saying
He's in on
against
now,
who,
now,
bro? Come
now,
on,
if you have
let's
an
stop saying
opinion,
who, bro.
Say,
if you
Brian,
have an opinion to say that you favor them over Lomachenko, that's cool. But we're
Right.
not gonna sit up here and act like, oh man, it's gonna be easy. They just
Yeah,
watch him and make him look bad. That I don't like. I can't stand for
yeah,
You
and
shit.
like I say, and I might agree with y'all when y'all say favoring over Loma, right? Even though I feel like they still gonna have to show them they can beat a Lomachenko, right? But I'm not finna sit up here and just make it look like, oh man, it just gonna be so terrible to where they go do it. Like y'all really think
say,
Lomachenko? Cause y'all playing Loma like a bitch right now, bro. To be real with y'all, like Loma ain't no
Brian,
bitch from a long for, bro.
say,
That
Brian,
I'm not
motherfucker, that's
No,
a
he's
bad
a
motherfucker,
bitch.
bro.
They
saying none of that. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, when Loma runs up and whether it's Tank Davis, whether it's Shakur Stevenson, whether it's Devin Haney, regardless of any of those three individuals, when Loma runs up against them, one or two things are gonna happen. Either he's gonna get his ass outboxed or he's gonna get his ass knocked down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Tank gonna knock him out, and the other two guys,
typical
Devin,
pick.
they're gonna box him because
Why? Because you said it.
no, not because I said it. Because when we look at the skill set that they have similar
When
footwork.
we look at the skill set, or when you look at it,
When I look at the skill
because
set,
I'm not agreeing with shit you saying. With what
I'm
you
not.
saying, I'm not
I'm not
agreeing with.
you wouldn't even let me break it down of how I see it. You know what I'm saying?
But
I'm just
I want to break
go
it.
ahead, bro.
I want to see.
all I'm saying is at the end of the day, with I think Tank Davis has the power to knock him out. And then I think that Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, they have footwork that they can match, and they're bigger and longer, rangier guys. The jab is going to be very effective. They're not going to let Loma get into Loma mode when he's quote unquote the Matrix. The reason being is because they're going to make him reset on a normal basis with their jab, and they're going to control the distance. Lomachenko is a great fighter, but he's a great fighter against individuals who aren't as skilled as he is, and both of these guys are just as skilled as him. And Tank Davis carries, he's just skilled and carries the power. And so I think that's how I
Okay,
break.
okay. Let me say this, right? Let me say this, right? And I hate to do this because I like all these fighters, right? And I'm gonna go off what you said. You said Lomachenko is just as skilled with guys that are not as skilled as he is. Okay, well let's
Hold
stop it. Hold
on,
on. Let's
hold
talk.
on.
I
No,
let
no,
you
say that
now.
again. You said I said Lomachenko is as skilled as guys that's
You
not as
said
skilled.
Lomachenko. Basically, you said he's just showing those skills of guys that are not as skilled as him,
Okay,
right?
yeah. I say he can be effective with his skills with guys who aren't as skillful. Agreed. Yes.
Exactly. That's what you said. Now let me finish.
Agreed. Agreed.
Let me finish. Now let me say what I gotta say, right? Now we can say the same exact thing for Devin Haney. We can say the same exact thing for Tank. We haven't seen Tank in there. with nobody that can match his athletic skills. We never have. Hold on. We've never seen Devin Haney in the ring with nobody that can match his skills. We also never seen nobody in the ring with Shakur Stevenson that was athletic as him that could match his skills, right? None of them. And that's a fact. So we can't hold on. So we can't sit here and discredit everything that Lomachenko has done and say, oh, because ain't nobody been in the ring with him that can. We can say that shit for all of them. That's why I'm saying right now that they need to all fight each other so we can put this shit to rest. Because
Let me tell this after you, Key. Let me just say, Key. You done me right, sir. I might agree with you, bro. I might agree with you because, like, I might pick Tank if he wants to fight Tank. I might take Tank. I might take Tank to knock him out, right? I might take Tank to knock him out. I might take Shakur.
I got what you got. Hold on, let me just respond to Keith. I'm just trying to respond to what he just said.
Go ahead.
And all I'm saying is I agree with what you're saying. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, until we see these dudes fight, and when we've seen these individuals, we got to project skill sets the way that we see them. And as we project them, that's how I kind of put it all in perspective as far as Lomachenko goes. But I'm not saying that Lomachenko is a bad fighter or anything like it. I'm just saying that I look at these guys and the skill set that they bring to the table. Because they haven't fought, I got to project. And when I project it, I think that they beat Lomachenko. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. And I'm going to say this. I want to answer this. Todd Swindle says the only top fighter that Lomo fought, he lost. That's a motherfucking lie. So you mean that the Axeman, Nicholas Walters, wasn't the top fighter?
Yeah, Russell. Go ahead. My bad.
You mean Gary Russell wasn't the top fighter?
Rigo. I don't care what people say. They can say Rigo was small.
You mean to tell me that Rigondeaux wasn't the top fighter?
These niggas.
So hold on. See, niggas be having agendas against certain fighters because they don't like that certain fighter for one reason or another. So all of a sudden they get amnesia and they don't want to give that fighter no credit for nothing that they've done in their career. They all of a sudden get amnesia and none of that shit counts.
And let me tell you this, Key. I'm not even the biggest fucking Lomachenko fan like that, but I respect the skill set. And like I was going to say to you, W right side, when you pick like you I don't knock what you're saying. Like what you're saying is you saying, okay, you see Tank having a skill set to knock Loma out. I will agree because if Loma was to fight Tank, I'd be like, I think Tank gonna knock him out. If because that's who you riding with. When it comes to when it comes to Shakur Stevenson, you go ride with Shakur. When it comes to Devin Haney, you're gonna ride with Devin Haney, and I'm gonna ride with Tank, Shakur, and Devin Haney against Lomachenko as well. But my thing is, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh, did they go do this to Loma like as if, oh shit, yeah, like, oh nah, Loma ain't gonna have no opportunity because says fuck no, Loma got it. Like I'm telling y'all, he has the skill set to beat all them boys, bro. He has the skill set, and because Teofimo beat him, right? Y'all look, oh, he ran up against Teofimo. No, you're gonna have to show me you can beat Lomachenko, bro. You still gonna have to show me you can beat that man. You feel me? Even in the Teofimo Lopez fight, I looked at it, I assessed the fight, I looked at it, I mean multiple times, and like I say, I seen where Teofimo, got that bitch early on in the first six to where Loma was in and out, like trying to pace the motherfucker, think he gonna throw himself out, and then the second half, Teo still had that shit in his ass. He was still hot to where Loma couldn't do what he wanted to do against him. But I still seen the skill set that Lomachenko was doing when he was tagging his motherfucking ass. And Teofimo had no answer, but he was fighting his ass back. So of course you go ride with them and you want them to win. But I'm not for the count Lomachenko out.
Hold on, real quick, money, and I agree with what you're saying. My problem is when I look at these fighters, right? And regardless of time frame, look at the fighters. I'm just looking at who has the best skill set, and although I can see where you're coming from to some degree. If I look at a Lomachenko and then I look at Teofimo Lopez, Teofimo Lopez is a more skillful fighter and a more dangerous fighter than Lomachenko is. Devin Haney, same thing. Outside of, and this is just my opinion, and you can crucify. I got a feedback on it, but y'all can crucify me on it. But outside with Lomachenko, outside of somebody like was Ryan Garcia. Or when I say that him fighting those guys, I think he gets washed by this new generation. We got a generation right now that although all of these guys are skilled, they're all they're young. They have very good fundamentals. Man, we got a young generation coming in right now, and when we look at the Boots, the Devin Haneys, the Tank Davises, the Shakur Stevensons, man, they go watch a lot of these guys. They go watch them. The reason they do is because they have a skill set that's different, and they're the next generation. And when I'm just looking at these fights that could be made, when I see these guys, man, these guys are gonna go watch everybody, and that's why we're not gonna see those fights made like we want to see them. Because go ahead, my bad.
Yo, let me
I get long.
get in there. Let me get in there and respond to some of this stuff. Let me respond to some of this stuff. Hey, so you remember the Puerto Rican fighter that moved up from 130 to fight Lomachenko at 135? Do you guys remember that fighter? No, the one that Tank beat for the 130. All right, so anyway, so the guy's about
Pedraza.
so the guy's about like 5'7", 5'8", right? He's not the best boxer in the world. He has skills. He's a good fighter.
No,
He's not the
Pedraza
best
is a
boxer.
hell of a boxer, bro.
He's a hell of a boxer, but I'm talking about at the level that we're talking about. Because you guys are talking Shakur, Devin, and Tank. So that's the level that we're going to keep it at, right? So there was a certain thing that Pedraza did in mid-fight to make things difficult for Lomachenko. Do you know what it was? All right, so I'll break it up for you. He switched to southpaw, right? That's what he did to make to cause problems for Lomachenko. Lomachenko fought a guy before him, a guy called Luke Campbell, right? A guy that you guys don't respect. I brought him up like 30, 45 minutes ago.
I do respect Luke Campbell. I said that's one of my favorite fighters, gold medalist. Don't say we don't respect Luke Campbell.
All right. Okay, one of y'all was hating on him. All right, so he was able to counter punch Lomachenko. Luke Campbell at his level was able to counter punch Lomachenko and hurt him. He had him hurt for most of that round. All right, and Luke Campbell is nowhere near Tank's level when it comes to power or ability to counter punch anybody. Teofimo Lopez, I think, he had counter punched Lomachenko to the body, I think, in the first round and also in the second round. In the third round, Lomachenko's whole side was red, bro, off of 2 punches.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
We know all of that, but see, this is the thing, what you not understanding, right? Nobody is saying that, oh, we picked Lomachenko to beat Devin Haney and we picked Lomachenko to beat Tank Davis. We didn't say that. We said that y'all need to stop acting like that they go out there and just watch Lomachenko like the fight is easy for them, because the fight ain't going to be easy. Those are all competitive fights. It don't matter who's winning. We just need to see them fight because they're all competitive fights.
Y'all boy just said it'd be more easy. Y'all said it's gonna be more easy.
I bet boxing. I gamble boxing. I gamble boxing. I make money off of boxing. I also lose money off of boxing. I gamble.
Bro,
I put my money on
boxing. What you saying? I mean, you ain't the only one that gamble off of boxing.
Here's my point. One of the main factors in gambling for boxing is you're gonna see a lot of emotion. You're gonna see a lot of I call hype waves, right? A lot of opinions that have nothing to do with nothing. It's just hype. People that don't understand that styles make fights, right? You're gonna see
a lot of that. How much money you win against Lomachenko, though? That's what I want to know.
How much money? I never bet none of his fights.
Okay, smart man. Shit.
What I'm saying is a lot of the stuff that you guys are talking about, it's a hype that you guys don't realize. Lomachenko has already lost 2 fights, and he's been in a lot of tough fights.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? With guys that, you know what I mean? He's been in a tough fight. He was in a tough fight with fucking Linares, man. Like, watch the fight again. He was in a fight.
Man?
Huh?
Who prays the oath?
No, listen, this is all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's a bum. Lomachenko's a great fighter. It's just, what was it, Riptide? I don't know this guy's name. He pretty much gave you guys exactly what I'm talking about and what I think Right Side is talking about 45 minutes ago when we started this conversation. And that is Lomachenko is not a lightweight, bro. That's pretty much all I was trying to tell you guys. He's not a lightweight. At 130, genius.
He was a champion at lightweight. He's a champion. He was a champion at lightweight. You know what I'm saying? He moved up. He's a lightweight. You know what I'm saying? He's a
Right.
champion. He's a lightweight.
Is he too skillful for Prograis? Is he too skillful for Josh Taylor? I mean, how
Bro,
far are we gonna go?
You talking about
we talk,
140,
those
bro?
are 140-pound
Is
fighters.
he
What are you
like
Bro, what
talking
you
Josh
about?
talking
Taylor?
about?
Is he a
Those are
tough fight?
140-pound fighters. What are you talking about?
Exactly. But that's what I'm
No,
saying.
no,
Exactly
exactly.
what?
You ain't making no point,
So
bro. You
so
said
You ain't
do you
making
know?
no
140
Do you
pounds.
know?
sense.
Do you know? No. Okay. So do you know who million dollar Crawler is?
Anthony
What?
Crawler?
You don't know? Huh?
Anthony Crawler?
Yeah. You don't know who
Bro,
he is,
we
do
know
you?
boxing,
I know
bro.
who
What are you
Anthony
talking
Corolla
about?
is.
Anthony
Stop
Crawler,
trying
bro.
to
All
What
right.
is
say
wrong
So
with
no
you, man?
boxing.
he's a
What are you
champion though. He was a
talking about?
champion. He was a
Bro, what are
champion.
you talking about, bro? You
Bro,
talking
we,
No,
about
no.
I
140
know who Anthony
pounders.
Corolla
No.
is.
Here's my point. Here's my point. Here's my
Lomachenko beat
point.
the shit out of him. What is your point?
My point. Not all are created equal. If you getting belts off of guys like Anthony Crawler, you can't back and be like, man, Lomachenko's a champion because he beat Anthony Crawler. And then when I say, okay, let him move up and fight Josh Taylor, you be like, oh no, that's different.
Okay,
No,
so
Bro,
well,
he,
see,
he's not
okay,
a
so
140-pound fighter.
let me
What
say
are you
this, Key.
talking
Let me say
about?
this, Key. So Teofimo went in there and had a tough ass fight against Nakatani, right? Nakatani gave him ugly people saying the toughest fight of his career, right? Besides losing to my man's the dude
Cambo.
Devin just beat his ass, right? So he went there and had a tough ass fight against Nakatani, and we just think Lomachenko went there and beat the fuck out of Nakatani. You know what I'm saying? So he just beat the shit out of Richard Cormier, who's a 135 pounder. That's some big motherfucker. It ain't about him not being a 135 pounder, bro. When you move up, it's a lot of fighters. Was Floyd Mayweather a fucking 147 pounder? Like fighters move up, bro. If you can hold your own, you can hold your own, fam. It's like, of course, you gonna look at these dudes and say, "Oh, they big or they big." It ain't all about size, bro. Skills pays the bills as well, fam. And what we telling you is Lomachenko is a skillful ass fighter that can hold his own against them dudes. Like if he was to fight Tank, if he was to fight Devin, if he was to fight Shakur Stevenson, what me and Keith saying is it ain't gonna be no wash. And if y'all believe it's gonna be a wash, then we can come and put some money up against it. You feel me? You say
I
you bet
got
boxing, we can
I
put
got
some money up
Devin
again.
on the side.
And
Remember
we
you
not
said
saying him winning. Of
Hold on.
course, I'm gonna remember. We not saying winning. We saying a
remember you
competitive fight. Of course, listen,
Um,
man. We on record.
like
We on
win,
record.
we do
We
win or
on
lose.
record. We not saying winning. We
hey
saying it's gonna be a
I'm about win
competitive
or
ass
lose.
fight, bro.
I'm
100,000.
about win or lose.
100,000.
You said, remember I said that this shit, everything is on record. These are receipts. Damn right. Like I said, if you feel like if they make the fight happen with Lomachenko, if Devin Haney fight Lomachenko, we can come back and I bet money that it'd be a competitive fight. That Devin Haney don't go out there and watch this
No,
man
no,
like
no,
he
no,
did
no,
no
no.
fucking George Kambosos.
You gotta pick a side, bro.
It ain't no picking no side. Y'all saying it's gonna be a wash or it's gonna be easier than tonight. We saying it's gonna be a competitive fight.
See and that be the thing when
Nah,
you try
that ain't no thing. Y'all sitting up here saying it's gonna be an
to
easy fight.
bet
He's
you
gonna wash him.
How,
It's
um,
an easy
how you
fight.
tell
He's
who wins
gonna
the
wash
bet?
him.
out of
How
here,
you
bro.
tell who wins the bet, man?
I fuck with you, money. I fuck with you though. I fuck with you, my
Yeah,
brother.
yeah. But don't sit up here and make it as if, okay, y'all talking about we gotta pick a side. No, y'all saying the shit will be more easy. If you fight him, it's gonna be way more easy than tonight. So y'all saying Devin gonna go on that motherfucker and win 12-0. He gonna watch Lomachenko 12-0.
Nah,
That's
man.
what
You
y'all saying.
no. What I'm saying is you can't win no easier. Well, let me rephrase it. He'll win easier in his next fight than he won tonight. Tonight he won what 11-2. I mean, excuse me, 11-1.
Boy, sound like Tio.
12-0.
Yeah, I know, right? I do sound like you. 13 rounds, bro. But not, I'm just saying, man. At the end of the day, I can't bet you on that because man, Dev, Tank, and Shakur, they watching these dudes, bro. The only person I would bet you on rounds wise is Tank because Tank does lose rounds. He loses rounds, so I could see some us meet somewhere as far as how many rounds we would lose there, but Shakur and Devin Haney, they don't lose rounds like that. So it's
So
hard to
I'm a huge like Shakur. One of my I think that Shakur my number one pound for pound fighter in the world, right? When you go off of what pound for pound is supposed to be, right? And I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you that Shakur washes Lomachenko. That is a tough fight for Shakur. It's a competitive fight. Now I got Shakur winning. I definitely got Shakur winning, right? But it ain't no Shakur not finna do to Lomachenko what he did to Oscar did.
Right.
I
And
got a
y'all
guy,
say wash, bro. Y'all gotta understand when y'all say the word wash. Y'all mean that motherfucker ain't got he ain't got a chance. Like,
I got Shakur winning
I
against
never,
Lomachenko
I
in
never
3.
used the word wash. I was gonna say I never used the word wash. I was just saying that. I said this is my words. Lomachenko in those fights, meaning that he's an underdog. So there's a greater chance that Stevenson beats Lomachenko than vice versa. Same thing with Tank. Same thing with Devin Haney, and that's because of their attributes, so their styles and their metrics, right? So look, Bill Haney pointed this out. Almost 3 years ago, before Devin Haney even got the belt. He was like, listen, we want Lomachenko. And everybody's like, oh, you sure Devin Haney's ready for him? And he was like, listen, look at how long Devin Haney's arms are, and then go look at Lomachenko. Figure out what kind of fighter I got right here, and then watch Lomachenko.
A lot of cats got longer arms than Lomachenko, but he does things, right? He does subtle things to where he gets in on the inside on you. And when he gets in his range, he knows how to get in on his range.
With who?
He didn't fucking just get this far in his career.
With who?
Like, y'all crazy,
bro. Wait,
you're talking about,
bro. Hold on, wait. I've been letting y'all talk. I want to say fucking something. God damn.
Coach, don't get mad because your little damn mic over there ain't working. Your little
no, bitch, it ain't my mic. It's your motherfucking mouth is keep running, motherfucker.
Don't say my mouth. You gonna say my mouth, motherfucker, when I just shut these motherfuckers up so your little peanut brittle head ass can talk, motherfucker. You better thank me.
Say, bro, this is what y'all fail to understand, bro. And I don't understand why y'all can't understand this shit. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson, I'm not saying Lomachenko don't have skills. He has tremendous skills. But there's a reason why motherfuckers Loma didn't want to fight Devin. Because of this reason. I'm going to tell y'all why. I'm not saying it ain't going to be a competitive fight. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is this is what I'm saying.
It was Bob Arum, not Loma. Thank you for somebody acknowledging that.
All right. Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. And we're going to just talk about them two. Bruh, they're masters at range. They're fast as Lomachenko. They're longer. They got good boxing IQ, so it's a hard thing for Loma to overcome because he's a lot shorter than these guys, number one. Number two, he can use his feet, but they fucking feet is great too. That's what y'all not getting. Of course he has skills, but he's not a 135 fighter. He's a 130-pound fighter who has good enough skills to beat the people he beat at 135. But not one of those guys that he fought can fuck with Shakur or Devin. Not one of them fucking dudes, bro.
Tell him again, goddamn it, coach.
So would you say the guy? Would you say the guys stay fuck? Would you say the guy? Hold on. So would you say the guys stay fucking fuck with Lomachenko?
What? Can they fuck? Well, the guy that beat Lomachenko, Devin beat his fucking the one who beat his ass. Devin beat that motherfucker tonight and made it look easy.
Okay, so would you pick George Kambosos to beat Loma, coach?
I'm not saying I don't know.
I'm just asking you. If the fight was made,
I think that's a good fight. I really do. I think that's a good fight because of the speed of George Kambosos, and because George Kambosos' feet is good too. He's not gonna be eating jabs all night because Devin is long, bro. That's what y'all don't get. He's long, bro. He's way taller than them dudes, and his fucking jab, his fucking arms is 70-something inches, bro. He jab and it's fast. So it's gonna be a harder fight because George Kambosos got short arms, Lomachenko got short arms. George Kambosos can punch. They both got good feet. So it's a good fight with them two. That's a very good fight. But do I see Devin Haney beating Lomachenko? Yes. Do I see Shakur Stevenson beating Lomachenko? Yes, because of their distance control. They control distance very well. And Lomachenko got good feet, but these dudes got exceptional feet also. So the bigger fighter, if your skill levels are the same, 9 times out of 10, the bigger fighter is going to win. That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
Well, like I said, like I've been saying, I'm not saying that they can't beat Lomachenko. I'm not saying I wouldn't favor them to beat Lomachenko. All I'm saying is that
Make
Ain't
the
none
fight.
of them gonna watch Lomachenko. It'll be a good competitive
Exactly,
fight
Key.
with all of them.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
it's a
our
chess
argument.
match.
That's our
It's
argument,
definitely
Coach.
a chess match.
The argument was they saying it's a wash. Our argument is not them beating
I'm not gonna.
Lomachenko.
No,
We
I ain't calling
saying,
it no
yeah,
war.
we saying is they
Nobody
said,
said why.
bro, y'all
What
just
you
sit up there
mean
and
didn't
say
nobody
y'all
say
just
that
said
shit?
it's a wash, and then y'all said the
W.
fight will
White
be
Side
more
said that.
easier than right. It'll be more easier than tonight. It'll be
People
like
in the
we telling y'all
comments
that
were saying that.
Lomachenko would make it competitive, bro.
And coach just broke it down. And the reason
No. Coach is not breaking down. Coach is saying, Coach is pointing out attributes that will lead Devin Haney and Shakur Stevens to a W. Man, Kenyon sat up here and just told y'all, bro. We not saying that Loma is going to win. What we saying is that it's going to be competitive, bro.
Right. It'll be
If the
competitive.
and Lomachenko fight, it's gonna look exactly the same as what y'all saw tonight between Kambosos and Devin Haney.
Man,
Put that on record. And I'm not even.
No, it won't.
man, y'all crazy as hell, man.
No, it won't.
Shakur and Lomachenko, it look exactly the same. Lomachenko's
No,
not getting inside on Shakur at all. He's getting punched in his fucking face. He's
Why?
ducking his counters. It's gonna
let
be
me
like
ask,
that.
can I ask a question, Key? Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Did we not see Lomachenko lose 6 straight rounds to Teofimo Lopez?
Can I ask you a quick? That's
Oh,
a
let
fact.
me
I would say yes.
let me
No, you got it. You got
let
it.
me
You got it.
let me
But the question is, go ahead, Key.
answer the question first. Answer the question first. Did we?
But if you watch the fight, right?
That's what I'm saying,
Hold on.
bro.
Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
Let me answer the question. I'll answer it. If
Go
you
ahead.
watch the fight, you will clearly see that Lomachenko wouldn't even really fight. The Teofimo Lopez just took everything that Lomachenko gave him.
Exactly, bro.
When Lomachenko started fighting, you seen it was a whole different fight when Lomachenko decided, okay, it's time for me to start.
Listen,
Gotta fight.
all I'm saying is
Did he
this.
not
Can y'all hear me?
on purpose, or did he get countered early and then
So
choose not
hold
to?
on. And so with all of that being said, let's stop acting like motherfucking Teofimo Lopez ain't a hell of a fighter. We know what happened when Teofimo Lopez went in there with George Kambosos. Not taking nothing away from George Kambosos, but Teofimo Lopez went in there like a fucking idiot because of all the shit was going on. That fight was supposed to happen months and months before that. Then it was on, then it was off again. It was on, it was off again. Teofimo Lopez wasn't disciplined. We knew he was fucking around, doing all type of other shit. He went in there and tried to knock out George Kambosos in one round because he really thought he could do that shit. He wasn't prepared. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get the same Teofimo Lopez that went in there against motherfucking Vasil Lomachenko. So we're not gonna sit up here and act like that Teofimo Lopez ain't a hell of a fighter. That motherfucker can fight. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm saying this too. Go ahead, bro.
like that we're not gonna act like that Lomachenko didn't lose to a motherfucker that can really fight his ass off. You know what I'm saying? And when Lomachenko started fighting in that fight, when he did decide, okay, I gotta fight. This motherfucker ain't gonna slow down. I gotta turn it up.
He hit his ass with everything he threw.
You know what I'm saying? And he almost stopped Teofimo Lopez. So you know what I'm saying? He came back and made it a close, tough, competitive fight. I still had Teofimo Lopez winning, but he still even made it a close, competitive fight. So for y'all to say that Devin Haney goes out and washes Lomachenko just like he did Kambosos in Shakur Stevenson washes him and Tank Davis washes him. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Those are all competitive fights.
I agree 120.
I only said Shakur Stevenson washes him. The Devin fight is going to be a competitive fight because
I
he's
don't.
orthodox.
Shakur Stevenson don't wash him though. I mean, like to me, like I said, I definitely got Shakur beating Lomachenko, right? But I don't have Lomachenko just getting washed to where I see him winning, some rounds against Shakur. Maybe a couple.
And they sport each other twice, so they kind of got to feel how
But
each other fight.
But Shakur is a different fighter than all these other fighters because the thing with Shakur is he can make it a very boring fight to where you can't even hit him. The other fighters, they don't really have that style like that. Shakur, if he chooses to like, fuck it, I ain't. But it's going to be different because Lomachenko is a different style fighter too. So I just don't see none of those fighters washing Lomachenko. But like I said, yeah, I don't have no problem with y'all saying, yeah, y'all fake, y'all pick them to all beat Lomachenko or y'all favor them over Lomachenko, but those are not washed. All the top guys at 135 pounds, the top guys, we talking about, and even if Shakur move up to 135, we'll put him because he's capable of being a top guy at 135 right now, right? But if you say Shakur, you say Devin Haney, Vasil Lomachenko, and who else? Who else I put in there? I don't really want to throw Ryan in there yet, right? Javante Davis, yeah, definitely Javante. So if you say Shakur, Devin Haney, Javante Davis, Vasil Lomachenko, all those guys, they all fight in the tournament, right? All those fights are competitive. Ain't none of them dudes just going in there and washing them. Just like when everybody was like, "Oh man, motherfucking Errol Spence gonna wash Sean Porter." He didn't go in there and wash Sean Porter because when you get to the elite top level, ain't nobody washing nobody. That's what y'all need to understand. Ain't no washing. Those are competitive fights. Yeah, you might win the fight, but you ain't gonna go in there and wash them. Even if you get the knockout, it ain't gonna be no wash. It's gonna be a competitive fight up until that point.
Yeah, you gonna know you've been in the fight.
That's why the best need to fight the best. You know what I'm saying? That's why the best need to fight the best and stop crowning these guys just off of, oh man, just because I don't like this fighter or I think that, nah, man, they need to fight each other. And then we could talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Kelly Thompson says, I'm sending support because coach is cooking. And salute to Kelly Thompson. But yeah, man, that's all I'm saying is these are all competitive fights. And they need to fight each other. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I do want to see the fights, and I'll say
just
that.
like the 80s, just like, you know what I'm saying, Sugar Ray and Marvin Hagler and all of that. They all need to fight. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray and Roberto Duran, with Marvin Hagler and Tommy Hearn, all those fights was competitive fights.
Let me say this though, Key. Right side, boy, this ain't shit. Boy, man, Keon when they tell the throat where motherfucker probably thought we was gonna go get the gap on each other. Yeah, this is
Oh no, y'all family, bro. It ain't never no hard feelings, bro. It's all y'all family, bro.
It's just debating, man. We don't take
Yeah,
this shit personal.
This is how you debate.
Hey, I talk shit regardless. Go ahead, my bad. Look, real quick, I still gotta tell Key the nigga need to stop talking shit about Dak Prescott because the Cowboys gonna win the Super Bowl this year.
Hey, come on, W right side, man. You don't tell me you want to. You know I'm a diehard Cowboy fan, but don't
we winning the Super Bowl this year, bro.
Don't tell me you wanted them to lose.
So W right
we
side,
gonna win the Super Bowl every year.
What you got on that Rams in that Dallas game this year, then? Huh?
Say it again.
What you want to put on that Rams in that Dallas game this year? Because you know we got y'all, right?
Listen, I'm only talking about the playoffs and the Super Bowl, bro. I ain't worried about regular season, bro.
Right.
I hope y'all make it to the playoffs.
Hey, guess what? But I bet you on anything Georgia wise though. Anything you want to do with the Bulldogs, I do that now. But I can't do it with the Cowboys.
I'm a Missouri Tiger fan.
W right side, I give you 100-1 odds that the Cowboys don't make no goddamn Super Bowl.
Yeah, nah, I can't even take that shit, bro. I love my team, but I ain't dumb, bro. I ain't dumb.
Yeah, you know they ain't winning no motherfucking Super Bowl, bro. They ain't,
man, you know how long I've been. You know how long bro. I've been hoping. Never mind. I ain't gonna get into that shit, bro.
Yeah, you been hoping just as long as everybody else. What's it been since 95 and 96? What was the last Super Bowl, Keith?
Bro, look. I'm an 88 baby, bro. I'm an 88 baby. When I finally started to understand football and shit, we was winning.
Oh yeah, you a lot younger than me.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying.
Shit, I was in '86, but I was a Cowboy fan because of my daddy ass. But I jumped over to my Rams when I started. You know what I'm saying? My mama taught me to Rams fan. That nigga used to call me a little sellout.
Bro, my dad, all his family, you know what I'm saying? All my uncles that I grew up with, they all Cowboys fans, you know what I'm saying? And so you just fall into, especially when you fall into that shit.
I was born into it, but like I said, man, after 2000, I think 2018, you know what I'm saying? I stopped becoming one of them delusional fans. and you know what I'm saying, I seen the light. I was like, man, all this we gonna win the Super Bowl every year. I gotta stop with this. This ain't
Hey,
shit happen.
He saw
hey,
he seen
Keith.
the light. He seen the light.
Well,
Hey,
well,
Jeff
Hey,
Walker.
y'all
I
don't
seen
know,
Jeff
man.
Walker.
Hey, y'all don't know, man. I remember the last party I threw, right? I threw, I think 2000, the 2016, 17, Dak Prescott rookie season, right? Man, I had a house full of people. We
Ooh-wee.
partying and
That rookie
shit.
season that
Man,
Dak Prescott was legendary.
when Crosby hit that field goal, man, I told everybody, I said, get the fuck out, everybody, leave. They at me, they looked at me like, ha, you funny. I said, no, I ain't funny. Everybody got to get the fuck up out my house.
Get the fuck
Like,
out of this. Hey, that's
yeah,
me too, bro. That shit be
you
to
know,
piss you the fuck, man.
hey, I done
Yeah.
tore up behind the Cowboys. I done kicked holes in the walls. Like, hey, not no more. I was like, this
Nah,
motherfucker gonna lose my goddamn mind.
bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I came to a understanding, bro. I'm a root for my team. I'm a root for them. I'm gonna follow them. You know what I'm saying? Until I don't wish death upon nobody, especially not Jerry Jones. Until Jerry Jones, the man sold his soul. That's all I can come up with. He sold his soul for 3 Super Bowls because
Yeah,
ever
he
since
did.
then, we done been the goddamn man. If you want to see heartbreak, bro, be a Cowboys fan, bro.
I told Money
You'll
that.
get.
I
Nigga,
told Money about that story. Remember, I was
hell
telling
yeah.
you, I said that nigga sold his soul, and I really believe that shit.
Hell
I
yeah,
believe that
motherfucking
shit
Super
too, bro.
Bowl.
I
Hell
swear I
yeah,
believe
nigga.
that shit.
Jerry win that motherfucker. I tell you that one. Listen, they gave me these 3 Super Bowls. I never have to win another one ever again in my life. This is the pivotal point of my career right here. I bought these Cowboys. I need to turn them. Just let me be America's team for the rest of the motherfucker. And that's all they is American motherfucking team where they get the motherfucking TV dates. But boy, I tell you, boy, because it was just so
Patriots
much in the
is a new
it
American
was
team.
so much in the it was so much shit in the motherfucking and free agency that nigga didn't make a play for, and he let go. I'm like, man, Jerry ain't trying to win shit, bro.
Well,
That
what I
nigga,
tell you,
that nigga
but
Jackie Moon, bro. Nigga,
Money, what I tell you
yeah,
though, Money. I
yeah,
said, watch. I said, free agency coming up. I said,
he ain't
watch
gonna
what
do
this
shit.
old decrepit motherfucker do. I said, I
Right.
guarantee you, he watch it. He sit back and fucking let everybody go, and then
Hell yeah.
he call himself building this team in the draft.
But see, this the problem. The problem is they done went by Jerry's way for so long. Now Steven then came in, and Steven, he's the we're gonna build through the draft. We're gonna sign those bridge free agents. We're not gonna spend a lot of money in free agency. Back in the day, you know, Jerry used to go in and do what need to be done in free agency. Although the problem is even when he did that shit, we lost. So yeah,
Man, the
we
last good
cursed, bro. We gonna lose regardless, bro. I ain't
the
even gonna lie to
last
you.
good free agent Jerry Jones picked up was motherfucking Terrell Owens. Maybe Pac-Man, but yeah, I think
Nah. Your boy. What's your boy name? The nigga who ended up being a UFC wrestler came from Carolina.
he he
Damn,
wasn't shit then.
Greg Hardy.
Greg
Greg
Hardy
Hardy.
was
He
shit
wasn't
at
shit
the time.
either. He wasn't shit. He wasn't shit.
But by the time Jerry Jones picked him up, he wasn't shit no more. The
Right.
last good free agent, the last superstar free agent he picked up that was really was T.O. And then after that, I fucked with that Pac-Man pickup. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
But other than
That's it.
that, I
Yeah.
mean, shit.
Right. And I'm trying to think, Key, like I don't see no impact player that he got out of free agent
He don't
ever
because
since
he
then.
don't get them.
Yeah, you don't get no impact players, bro.
I remember when he went and got man, they got bad luck. Remember Roy Williams, the motherfucking wide
Yeah, the
receiver
round
from the
C
Lions.
from
Remember they
Detroit.
got big. As soon as we
Uh-huh.
got him, he wasn't shit no more.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Big
motherfucker.
tall lad. Motherfucker used to strike. I mean, the motherfucking runner. Big ass nigga like a Calvin Johnson type. Big he was a Calvin Johnson before
Yeah,
Calvin Johnson. Big ass.
yeah, he was killing shit with the
Yeah,
Lions.
yeah.
We got him, man. That motherfucker was so sorry.
Yeah, yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. But man, I'm getting ready to wrap it up, man. We had a hell of a hell of
Post
a
fight.
debate.
Yeah, yeah.
Hell of a debate, but man, salute, hell of a debate, right side. But man, hey, right side, I can say one thing: you and Coach been right so far, right? Yeah, when y'all say y'all got Devin Haney over everybody at 135, you know what I'm saying? Y'all right so far. But like I said, man, all these dudes need to fight each other.
No
Yeah,
disrespect. No disrespect. Shit, he just fought somebody.
Hey, you know this the greatest part about what you just said. I agree 100%. And the one thing I can say is the nigga I'm rocking with, he fighting who he can fight. You feel me?
yeah,
He fight who
you
he can
right.
fight. So Tank Davis, we need to see it. That's who we need to. Hold on.
Don't do that on the way out the door, bro. Don't you do that on the way
Let me ask. I got one last question. I just heard this earlier today. William Zepeda came out and said that he'll whoop Tank Davis ass. That they gonna make that fight happen, bro. I bet they make that fight, bro. I bet they make that fight.
He's with Mayweather Promotions. He stayed with them. I'm not gonna get into it because me and Money gonna be on here for 2 hours going at each other throats if I really get into the shit. But it ain't gonna happen. None of them fights like that is gonna happen. Plus, like I said, to me, Gervonta Tank Davis is not a 140-pound fighter. He's a 135-pound fighter. That's where he needs to be at. They need to make the fights happen at 135.
William Zepeda, he fighting at 35.
He fighting at 40.
No, not William Zepeda. William Zepeda is fighting at 35, bro.
Oh yeah. You know what? I thought you talking about Zepeda.
Yeah.
I thought you talking about the other Zepeda.
Right.
No, I'm talking about William Zepeda. William Zepeda. They're talking about making that fight happen after.
What promotional company he fight under?
He fight under the PBC.
Nah. I don't see that happen still.
They ain't gonna make that happen.
Yeah, William Zepeda ain't gonna get that fight right now.
We gonna see what happens. We gonna see.
See a rematch between Isaac Pitbull Cruz.
I think that'll happen first, but after that happens, then who?
I'm telling y'all, bro. Tank going out. He trying to get Ryan. He trying to get that Ryan fight.
Oh yeah. That's what I'm if Ryan Garcia can beat for Fortuna, that's the fight that's
gonna
happen.
Try to make the next fight for Tank Ryan Garcia.
But the only problem, like I said on my live, the only problem is gonna be motherfucking stocking panty wearing Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar ain't trying to make that shit happen. But hey,
Oscar, but you gotta understand. I mean, real talk. I don't like Oscar, and I talk shit about him. But if I'm Oscar, I'm not gonna make that shit happen either. Why would I let Gervonta Tank Davis fight the
shit?
Hold on, like why would I let him fight my top fighter on Golden Boy? I ain't really got no stars on Golden Boy but Ryan Garcia, right? And then I put Ryan Garcia in there, and you know what I'm saying? We can't sell Ryan Garcia no more because Tank Davis is gonna Tank Davis gonna knock his ass clean out. And you heard Oscar De La Hoya tell you, oh no, Tank Davis, no, he's too much. He's no. He just said that shit like a year and a half ago. Ain't nothing changed.
Right.
So
we agreeing though. That's the problem, Key. We agreeing.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is that fight ain't gonna happen unless Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd Mayweather come to the table with to Oscar De La Hoya and give him a motherfucker, because you know Oscar getting the lion's share of Ryan Garcia money anyway. If they come to the table with just a big bag to where Oscar like, damn, I'm eating off of this. I can't turn this down. Other than that, it ain't gonna happen. But Leonard Ellerbe ain't gonna do that because that ain't his model.
Hold on. So Key, you just broke all this down. So my question is this once again: who the fuck is Tank gonna fight?
Well, probably Isaac Pitbull Cruz rematch.
Outside, okay, we got Pitbull.
I'm keeping Ryan on the table. I feel like if he get past, I heard what y'all saying. If he get past Javier Fortuna, you know, with Ryan run this motherfucker mouth, and I'm with you, kid. I know he don't run shit. I know it's what Oscar say goes, but I still feel like, you know, they looking at what Devin just done. Devin became undisputed at 135, so they know they got to make a motherfucker splash. Because if they ain't finna get Devin, because we know he got a rematch clause. But they got to do something to try to make the splash, because Devin, that shit finna be a lot of thunder for Devin now. So we gonna see what they looking at, and you know, it's still a possibility. So I'm gonna keep hope alive. And I know I ain't gonna act like this gonna be the next big fight, but because they had it done before that Pacquiao shit. So I'm gonna still see if they go, you know, try to make that bitch happen, because Tank want it, and I ain't gonna act like Ryan don't want it. I think like about 30 or 40% maybe. But I'm gonna keep hope alive.
I actually, to tell you the truth, Money, I actually think that Ryan Garcia really want that fight. I just know that motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya, you know, he ain't. You know what I'm saying? That's just like Tank Davis that with Floyd Mayweather and them with Leonard Ellerbe. That's they only cash cow. The same shit with Ryan Garcia. That's they only cash cow. So Ryan Garcia get fucking knocked the fuck out. You can't sell him as being, dominant no more, or you can't sell him like that no more.
So Devin Haney is the real boss out here. What you telling me? Devin Haney is the real boss.
No,
Well,
Devin
Devin
Haney is
Haney,
that dude at 130. Well, not as
well,
far as
Devin Haney was top rank
as
now.
far as
So,
star power is Tank Davis. Putting
right.
asses in the seats and star power is Tank Davis. But as far as who is that dude that showed everybody, by fighting the top, that's
Devin
Devin.
Haney. Yeah, number one.
He number one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
So
man, I knew that from the beginning, but salute to you, Key. Much love, Money
yes, sir.
Brown, man, for the night. But much love to y'all. Hey, Key, I'm rocking with you again. My son he's on vacation, so I'm gonna hop on a couple of your panels this week, bro.
Yes, sir, man.
No doubt.
I
You have a good one,
appreciate
Chuck.
y'all, man. We had a hell of a show, hell of a debate, man. It's all love at the end of the day. This is what we do. Y'all hit the like button if y'all ain't smashed the like button. And I know Money, I know you gonna be on cooking tomorrow, man.
Hell yeah, you know it.
W right side, like I said, always on the fucking right side, never on the wrong side. you know. And man, we gonna keep running it up. Y'all hit the like button and Money. Man, what's your closing word? Let everybody know when you're gonna be on tomorrow.
Man, congratulations to Devin Haney, man. Big time fucking win tonight, man. Going over to another man country and stumping his ass out, taking them scraps and bringing it back home, man. Salute to you, salute the Bill. That shit is like a fairy tale now for them, so they go ride that wave all the way back over to this motherfucker. But shouts out to everybody that stayed up tonight, man. We know it's late. That rocked out with your boy, man. Y'all come fuck with your boy tomorrow, right? Sunday. We know it's the NBA Finals tomorrow, but we'll be on around 8 p.m. Central Time, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. We're gonna cook on everything that happened tonight. We're gonna touch on some things that's happening in the future. We're gonna get down like that, man. But I know I'm tired, everybody else tired. Y'all have a good one, man. Y'all stay supporting my brother, everything boxing, because that man grinding for y'all ass even through the hard times, man. But for sure, like he said, we're gonna keep running it up. Y'all keep supporting, and we ain't got nowhere to go but up, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And like my man Seattle Boxer Talk, Lord Devin Haney. And Devin Haney, man, did his thing. Man, I was hella excited. Shit, I was elated, jumping up and down in front of the TV. And, Devin Haney is number one at 135. And he showed out and did his thing. And salute to Devin Haney one more time. And yeah, man, we'll be back. And y'all already know how I do. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone.